has an announcement to make. An announcement of the reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. Live direct.
Tigers won the fucking grand final!
Tiger paw. Would you guys like to drop some more gems on the Reckoning podcast? Fuck yeah. Someone grab my mic?
We're back in the podcast.
Do you have a lighter by any chance, bro? Oh, we're tangled. We're a bit tangled.
Up the Tigers.
No one does, actually.
Up the Tigers.
Up the ties. Tiger paw.
Fuck football! Fuck football!
He asked if anyone cared, and I set up the Tigers, and he ignored me.
Does that upset you?
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset. It's like no one's good enough.
No, but congratulations.
No one's good enough for this fucking old fella who loves the Tigers.
Yeah, but it was either A, gonna bash me, or B, walk away. I'm glad it was walk away. Yeah, the nice Garys. Esports, my friends. You like sport? Video games, sport, football, sport.
Hashtag sport.
Why do I always get the mic? This is the second time.
Oh, you don't have to take it to go, bro.
You're better talker than me. Ask him shit.
No pressure, bro. You don't have to hold the mic if you don't want.
I like questions. Give me questions.
Alright, brother. Do you believe in aliens?
No, not again.
Oh, no. Alright, new one. Okay. Alright, so recently, what's been in the news? Okay. There was a sunspot on the sun, right? About the size of the Earth. You know, it's a big dark spot on the sun.
Big dark spot.
Big dark spot, ladies and gentlemen.
Big old blackie.
Scientists are speculating that this could produce a very large coronal mass ejaculation on the Earth. Now,
Ejaculation on the Earth! You don't say anything, you just get his one out.
Okay, my question is...
Yeah.
If you woke up one day and...
I never wake up, I don't go to sleep.
Shit has hit the fan, it has a solar flare.
We will never sleep, because sleeping is for the weak.
The world's power grid has gone offline. There's no more power. You woke up, fucking chaos is on the streets. How would you jujitsu that situation?
I can't jujitsu, can you?
But, like, how would you adapt to that situation? What would you do in that kind of instance?
Be the primal being that I am. Just get all primal. Like,
tap into my inner Neanderthal.
Just get like all.
Are those commando pants, sir?
Just be Neanderthal. Like,
Tactical pants
They look so
representing
tactical.
I have a good Neanderthal story.
Okay, no, please continue. And do you have a lighter I can borrow again?
This man does. That one.
Alright, you ready for the best Neanderthal story ever?
Please.
One last moon, sitting at a 10 Neanderthal lady with flubbers out. Choking my beat, not bad, man. Out of nowhere,
Bebop.
another man comes out. He's hit her head with a rock. Next thing you know, he puts his dicker in her Gucci.
Fucked in the head. Did you leave our fucking bags by themselves?
Like actually, like seriously.
Neanderthal woman gets upset his spaghetti. Neanderthal man is worried out.
Never forget it.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Women.
Are you fucking
You
left our bags by
No one
themselves?
needs to hear complaining.
How dare you?
I don't even know that you carry bags. We're
I have fucking white girls. We have fucking valuables, okay?
God, drop the fuck.
Valuables, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Have you ever left somebody's bag unattended?
Yes, they did.
No, have you?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No,
They know how we want
They just left their own bag unattended.
Wait, is that a dad?
I don't
like cough.
Oh wait, you owe me because you left my.
You're gonna yell at me.
You owe her.
Women are shorter than men, statistically.
Shorter.
That is true. It's true.
I am the shortest person that I've ever met, so
Really? Really?
number one person who's like legally a midget.
Does somebody else want to hold the mic?
Take the microphone.
Almost legally a midget.
Yo! My name's Liam.
My name is David.
David. Yo.
Liam MCing, or is it David? We ain't behaving.
Yo!
I'm the MC foul player.
No, not again.
Oi! I've got a question.
MC foul player
Tell me the deepest.
releasing, what was it? Pussy kissing or something? Ooh. Pussy pashing. Pussy pash.
Tell me the most intimate thing you know about your friend Liam. Wait, not intimate. No, yeah, intimate.
Can I just drop his album, Pussy Pash? DJ Pussy Pash. DJ MC Fowler.
Drop him.
presents Pussy
Dropping
Pash.
the plugs, ladies and gentlemen.
Sponsored by
The mic cord has been stroked.
Junies, and Fast Times,
Give them something interesting.
and Macca's.
Tell them something about Lean that no one else knows.
Oh, this is interesting. I've never got
I
this
can edit it
question
out,
before.
by the way. Feel free to tell me at any point.
I don't know anything sexual about him anyway, so.
I've seen his bum hole before.
Oh, really?
Wait, actually?
I've been his son.
What? Describe his bum hole.
Well, it was hairy.
Podcast, guys.
Don't you do it.
Why-
No,
why am I still here?
I'm one of the best friends.
Why are you still here?
Why are you still here?
Why are you still here?
Haven't you gotten enough
I'm not
podcast
asking about the
material?
bum hole.
No. Why do you think I
That
have?
no one would know straight away.
Why do you think I should fuck off?
Just like a friendly
I'm not
thing.
saying that directly.
Not directly, but pretty indirectly.
That was pretty
Would you agree?
sarcastic.
I think he's being a bitch.
Oh, really?
I'm implying it. Don't you have enough material already?
Why do you think I have enough material?
Because you've been interviewing people all night.
What's wrong with that?
She is so mean.
I'm not mean, I swear.
It's what he's doing tonight. Because he's interviewing people.
Do you do this for a living?
Yeah, he's getting paid bulk dollars right now.
She looks pretty skeptical, ladies and gentlemen. Nah, this is all for free. This is all for free. I'm not getting paid. I'm not associated with the Illuminati.
I don't want to be mean, but what do you do for a living?
I work at McDonald's. It's a very important role.
Why aren't you at McDonald's right now?
I just finished my shift at 10:30.
Maybe you should not be here and be working at McDonald's.
That was really mean, but she kind of asked for it when she was dissing you, so I agree.
I don't actually mean that. I was just saying that, like, to highlight the fact that's all she was doing.
Oh, really? That's like kind of like Eastern. A little bit like, yeah, I get that.
Well, there's a reason. There's always a reason behind things.
Yeah, what's the reason?
What was the reason?
Why are you kind of slightly agitated?
I'm not slightly agitated. I just wish I hooked up with people more often.
Well,
So that's the reason.
maybe if you're really friendly to
Yeah,
them.
friendly,
Devil
like-
is playing
like,
right
if you're
now.
friendly to me, I totally would've made out
For
with
the
you.
Devil is
Would you
playing
actually?
right now.
I don't think you're being serious right now.
I'm being absolutely serious.
Oh, so you'd actually hook up with me right now?
I
In the
would.
middle of this podcast?
If
you
the
fit?
feng shui was on point, we'd have chemistry
The
first.
feng shui is on point.
We
Are
need
you
to have
serious?
chemistry.
You've got
That's
your
me
like
then, yeah, and then
degree
you
and
okay, you
everything. That's like totally
Man, this guy's
ethnic,
going to
right?
Would you like to kiss me right now? Is that what you want?
I mean, I wouldn't mind because like I just got ditched right now, so.
You didn't get dissed.
Well, let's have a kiss. Do you want to have a kiss?
You didn't get ditched.
She wants a kiss.
Where did he go then?
Kiss the pod.
Went to get it
Kiss the
here.
pod
Okay,
man,
okay.
man,
No,
cast
no,
man.
Let
Give
the
me a
girls
kiss,
talk.
I'll
Okay.
kiss.
Yes.
Oh no.
Who's the wingman now,
Hey, better
motherfucker?
not listen
You've
to
got the berets. Guys, guys.
Whoa, careful,
He's
careful.
too French. He's got the berets doing too much tongue.
I know,
if
I got
can-
taken away with the tongue. Maybe I should have been a bit more. We can do it a bit more.
I bet she does. I
subtly.
bet you he does more than
Feel like-
podcasts. If you know what I'm saying. Upload to
Would you like a
Pornhub,
delicate
motherfucker.
kiss?
I'm in a situation.
Tell me so much more.
Well, you know, it's like kind of romantic. He is.
Sexy as fuck.
No, no, no.
Does anyone have a lighter by any chance, like a bar?
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. How did you hurt your hand?
Multiple fractures, skateboarding.
no, skateboarding.
We are representing, ladies and gentlemen, the streets of Melbourne, live with the reckoning. Multiple fractures in, 3 painkillers deep.
That is a manky looking cigarette. You like another one, or is that gonna do for you?
Keep lighter, bro. It's pipe tobacco, so we're just gonna fucking...
Oh, that's not fucking tobacco, is it? Yes.
No, it's pipe tobacco, but it goes out all the time is the thing, man. So it's gonna be frustrating as hell for you, because somebody always asks me for your lighter. Yeah, sorry about that.
Jack, you look good as a co-host. I like this.
Hi, my name's Jack. I'm a co-host of Reckon.
What do you reckon?
You have to point the mic towards your face.
Hello, how are you?
Could I borrow that lighter again, man? I'm sorry. I told you it was going to be annoying as shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me know.
How about you just do your bit?
So, what have you guys been reckoning about lately?
Oh, Jesus, don't get me started. Fucking hell, man.
You've been renting about. You've got to give us more than that.
What's been prominent in your minds? What have you been going through? What have you been thinking about? I mean, like, you just saw an amazing fucking musical performance. Point the mic to us, sir. There you go. Point the mic. Point it where the goal taps are.
I went to Nashville last week.
What was that?
I went to Nashville last week.
Nashville. No shit.
Nashville.
Please,
It was
please continue.
The trashiest place I've ever been to in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. I've heard great things about Nashville.
So it was fun when you went on the outskirts, but if you go to Broadway, don't go to Broadway.
What happens on the
That's what I
Broadway?
reckon. On the Broadway, you've got a whole lot of like overweight middle-aged couples from Minnesota.
Ah,
Being
Minnesota.
really, really fucked up.
What does the Minnesotan accent sound like?
Yeah, have a go.
I tried not to. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to try it. Come on.
Racist. No.
They all wear diamantes on their pockets.
Oh, I love it.
Butterfly tattoos on the back of their necks.
Representing with diamante pop pockets, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't go to Broadway. Go to East Nashville. Don't go to Broadway.
So, did you go to better parts of America? You see some better, cooler.
Yeah, go on.
San Francisco.
Oh yeah, how was San Fran?
Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be.
I had a 3-day fling with a sexy South American.
But she went all the way to San Fran and didn't buy a pair of Levi's. And I think that's sacrilege.
Sacrilege.
You should have bought a pair of Levi's.
I should have.
Blasphemy of the reckoning.
Let her talk about what she wants to talk.
Alright, I'll stop preventing her. Alright, I've stopped now. You can go.
There's a bar called The Saloon.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of the oldest bars in San Francisco. It opened in 1861. Woo! Everyone that works there has grey hair.
I love it.
They have bands playing upright bass in Motown all night.
Ooh, well, that's tasty.
Yeah, isn't it?
It was
Spicy.
sexy as hell and the best place I've ever been to. That's what I reckon.
I love it. I love it. I always wanted to go to Texas personally. Oh no, I've got a microphone. So
I went.
Just double mic'd him.
I went to Texas.
yeah, what was
I
it
went
like?
to Austin.
Austin, yeah.
Don't go to 6th Street.
Don't go to 6th Street. Okay.
Why is that?
What goes on 6th Street?
The same shit that goes on Broadway.
Which is diamantes and butterfly tattoos.
Yeah, that's the one. I went to
What
the...
bastards?
I know. Yeah. I didn't find out where to go, but I can tell you. It was
Don't
good.
they have fashion police?
Joan Rivers is dead.
No way! Holy shit!
Joan
I love
Rivers
Joan
is dead.
Rivers. She spoke the fucking truth,
I
didn't
did
she?
too. I like that.
Oh,
It's
she.
really funny how she
Yeah.
always spoke the truth, but she was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, she had no
terrible
dress
at the
sense
same.
whatsoever and no style.
Well, the truth is terrible sometimes. To some people, it's all subjective.
Are you getting good material right now?
Sorry, what was
Are
that?
you getting good material right now?
Oh, it's beautiful. This is gold. What are you talking about? It's like gold on the streets of Melbourne. Getting gold from the dragon, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to interview this band. What was the name of the band again?
Des Trends.
Des Trends?
Yeah. Do you don't know the name of the band you just
No,
saw?
I just came in tonight.
They
I'm
are-
fucking in love. I fucking love this motherfucker. It's like
Probably-
early Nick Cave mixed with like Iggy Pop and something
The
completely
most
different.
fun band in Melbourne right now. I wouldn't say they're
Who
the
does he
best band
remind
in
you
Melbourne
of?
right now, but they're the
That
most
German
fun
pop
band in
star
Melbourne right now.
Oh, the doo-doo guy.
Yeah!
That guy. That one, the one who did the Eurovision.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Like the robot. You haven't seen it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Fucking odd.
Oh my god, Jack, where's your phone? I'm gonna get it up.
My phone.
Because my
It's in
phone's
pocket.
dead. My phone's dead. I've got to show you.
It's under my fucking rear pocket.
You know, I won't be able to include that because of copyright, but we'll definitely watch it. I'll just edit out that part.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I'll
Fuck
just show you really quickly so
Yeah,
you
check it
know,
out, man.
right? Well, I can't remember his name.
Oh, sorry.
Eurovision.
Go on, Annie. Talk.
Weird
Na
guy.
na 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 na.
Today's homie.
Talk like a fucking
Oh, you
badass.
filthy bitch. There we go. This one.
Oh, watch this, man. This is fucked.
But we can't put it on mic because of copyright infringement.
I'll just edit that shit out, man. I'll just edit it out. With the magic of audio engineering, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna.
Want the legend, you have the legend. If you don't want the legend, you don't take the legend.
Oh yeah, I know that guy! I know that motherfucker, yeah! Yeah, he's amazing! He does the creepiest video clips ever.
Yeah.
He's in trouble with Russia.
Not in Russia. Like, he did something.
Not
dodgy.
with Russia.
He did something dodgy there. Fuck down.
Calm the fuck down.
Fucked it. I need to calm.
I would sex a violin if I could.
Fuck him.
ask you where you're at.
Yes, brother. I've got fucking the shitfest all over me.
Shitfest, ladies and gentlemen.
Shitfest 2017.
Represent.
All over me. And he's like, oh, I don't know where we're going, babe.
Holy shit.
His freaking French parade hat.
Yes, right, doesn't it?
Omelette du fromage, what can I say?
Oh, omelette du fromage. Oh.
Oh yeah, for
Oh, parlez-vous français?
chocolate. I don't know any French baguette. I don't know any French baguette.
Baguette. Oh, Shan.
Le passport.
He's eating surrender monkey.
Let's have a little bit.
We're like, wait. We're live direct on the streets of Melbourne.
Marty, we're live right now, Marty.
We're at the reckoning. Would you guys
the reckoning, Marty?
Would you guys like to be included in the reckoning?
You're gonna shove this podcast up your ass, Marty.
Jeez, I don't know, Rick.
Marty, you're gonna shove this podcast up your ass, Marty.
The reckoning sounds
Marty,
like
this podcast has to go up your ass, Marty.
Motherfuckers, I did it all for the Szechuan. Oh, all for the Szechuan.
All for the clout.
I don't know if Szechuan's worth it.
What is the Szechuan, Marty?
No, but,
give it to me. Shut up, give it to me.
But
produce it with your heart chakra.
Rick, I don't really know if you can really...
You gotta balance out your feng shui.
Oh, is this the podcast?
We're not actually talking about Rick and Morty right now, are we?
Wait, let me hold the mic.
I hold the mic.
I'm cringing so
I'm just on the floor.
I'm holding it.
Yo, stay back with motherfuckers on saying motherfucking...
Interview mode.
No, from Sunnyvale Trail Park, no, I'm saying...
We're legit as. We're legit. We're fucking straight.
Who's my fucking dream?
Look, the economic state of Nigeria.
Fuck yeah, let's talk about the economic state of Nigeria.
Yeah, we are.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We are some real fucking...
As far as I'm concerned, they're really lacking.
Snake charmer.
Okay. What are they lacking in?
Well, your first problem is that all their taxonomists, they're just straight out the wazoo. They're just straight up, they're thinking...
Straight out the wazoo.
Yeah, no, they're thinking, all those
Not hope, not
taxonomists...
shoes.
No, they're all stewies, but...
Just feed the war.
If we're gonna
Cannibal animal eye.
relatable, can we talk about
Wakalana. What close to the rubble? They used to be alive. They used to be
Holy shit, man.
Of the
maybe I want to fucking
down with a
die. Jesus
cigarette.
Christ, maybe I
Come
want
with
to
it
die of
now.
lung cancer. You don't know me.
Hey, it could be. Do you want to die of lung cancer?
Okay, we're all making
Yes, no, me and Brian, we're close friends. We've known each other.
Why are we going to Westgate?
Because, like, why the fuck not? Australia sucks.
Westgate?
Australia sucks.
Westgate's...
Why do you reckon Australia
Dude,
sucks?
Westgate's the place to go if you're
Why
fucking
do you
depressed.
think Australia sucks?
Because fucking, why are we having a fucking vote yes, hashtag vote no? Like, seriously, it doesn't...
You to point the
Why
marker
is
where
it
the
a
goal's
question?
happening.
Because for some reason it's not legal here.
For some reason, it's going to be inevitable. It's going to be legal one day. Why are
So-
we having a fucking 122 million fucking...
Because it's not legal. Because it's not legal yet.
understand.
Because it's not legal yet.
Why is it...
Because they're a bunch of fucking idiots. I don't know.
Why can't
Ask
they
them.
just die already? They're all like 45. Just fucking die.
Motherfuckers.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
No offense to anyone who knows a 45-year-old.
man, it's all love here at the reckoning.
No, literally though. Like, actually.
It's one of my famous things.
Look, we're all about love, peace, hate,
Australia
and war.
honestly sucks.
One love, like Bobby said, didn't he?
He looks
Rastafari.
like he's about to drop the most fire album of 2017.
Let's drop some fire right now.
With fires being dropped. Fuego in the streets of Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this being recorded or what? Am I talking into this for no fucking reason or is this recording?
No, you're being recorded, bro.
This fucking microphone is recording me.
Sorry, what was that?
Is it actually like a dual microphone?
me.
Or is
Yeah.
that's
I
the
don't even know what the
placebo
fuck I am.
microphone? You think you're talking to a microphone, but you're
I'm not.
actually
What the fuck is this then?
It's a microphone, bro.
If it's not recording me,
It is recording. I told you it's recording.
It is. You just.
I know.
I have
Who's
something
listening to
really
my voice?
important to say.
Come some
Something
drive.
really important to
Go.
say.
Blap, blap.
What I got, you gotta give it to your mama.
If you're going to start, babe, their name's just up on stage.
Okay.
Where are you bloody blokes going?
Yo, is this trends around here anywhere? No. Okay, cool. It's my phone. I'm doing a podcast. It's called The Reckoning. I'm just waiting to interview Just Trends. I'm the worst. Why do you reckon I'm the worst, sir?
I'm on my
What's up, brother? Oh, would you like to be interviewed? Do you, before this interview, would you like to tell me why I'm the worst, sir?
I just think it's vapid
I'm not gonna
narcissism.
trip, bro. I'm functioning like a soldier from the future.
I think it's vapid narcissism. I think it's a get-rich-quick scheme to get famous.
Why do you reckon that?
Because what have you done to earn people's interest?
A lot of shit, man. A lot of shit. Oh, he's walking away, sir.
I'm back. Go on, sell it to me.
Some people like me, some people don't. But you think that I
Your
have
eyes
done
are real
nothing?
glassy. Have you taken a bunch of drugs to put on a faux personality?
So you reckon I have a faux personality? I've taken a lot of drugs, and then I'm shit, and then people won't like me. Why do you reckon all this, man?
Because of exactly what you just said.
Because of what I said. Okay, that makes no sense at all. You realise that?
No, you actually just proved my point.
How did I prove your point, man?
YouTube and podcast celebrities are vapid and narcissistic and they have nothing to offer.
Am I a YouTube celebrity?
What's your unique selling
Am I a YouTube celebrity, man?
You don't need any explanation. I think they've said that.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so. They've explained it.
I'm trying to use the Socratic method, you see. If somebody thinks I'm shit, I want to understand why, honestly. But if they can't say it, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. So nobody wants to talk to me. Why do you reckon that, man? Oh, he's walking away, ladies and gentlemen. Clear and simple, here are the reckoning. Sorry, man. Sociopathy on the streets of Melbourne, what do you reckon?
Oh, yeah.
Grab the microphone, sir, please. Sorry, there you go.
What do I think?
What do we reckon about
What do you reckon about the tall poppy syndrome? Have you heard about that?
In New Zealand?
Yeah, we get that in New Zealand.
Yeah, do you get that? You get the tall poppies? You see some people feng shuiing on point like a soldier, and then some people want to like shit them and say, oh, you're shit, oh, you think you're better than me, look at you, sir. Nobody likes you. You're unpopular, you're shit.
That's my job.
Right? Why do you reckon people do that, man?
Because they're insecure fuckwits.
I reckon you're right, man. I reckon you might be right there, man. Honestly.
What's your name?
Could I borrow that lighter again?
Jesus.
I'm sorry,
Where is
brother.
the podcast?
Basil is my name. Basil. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
He's an awesome fucking amazing puppet.
But according to this guy over there, you guys don't want to speak to me. But apparently he's wrong, I guess, because you guys seem to want to speak to me, right?
No, we totally want to speak to you.
Do you think I'm a narcissistic dickhead that nobody wants to speak to and I'm really shit and nobody likes me?
No, not at all. We were totally willing.
Seems like a bit of a contradiction on the streets of Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen.
Why the wrong feelings towards people on tours?
Well,
Is this in your life?
I believe, I believe, get this right, I believe ideals judge, unintentionally. So like maybe you haven't sacrificed what you need to do to achieve your goals in life. So when you see someone sacrificing and feng shuiing on point like a soldier and doing it, that judges you, so you want to bring them down.
Yeah.
That's what I reckon anyway. Yeah.
I feel like we're really getting somewhere.
So, how do you think this music has changed you this evening? Do you feel like it's pushed you in another state of mind somehow? Like,
No, it hasn't at all, actually. But
no, you're completely the same.
No. It was enjoyable.
Yeah. So you don't feel.
In the grumpiest man.
I love the grumpy.
I'm an old man.
I love the grumpy old man perspective. Please continue.
I've seen a lot of music in my life. I thought it was great for kitsch value. And I enjoyed it.
Kitsch value?
And I loved it.
Kitsch value?
Yeah, like it was sort of comical. I liked it. It was brilliant.
But was it comical and good?
Tism.
Tism?
Oh, yeah. You know Tism.
It was comical and good, because they're by far one of the best bands I've seen at Cherry.
No, technically.
I am so happy that I called them. I miss Laser Tits. I'm a bit spewing about that because that fucking
name's fantastic.
It's a great name. It's a great band. You know, I'm just gonna lay some fat reverb over that motherfucker.
Get your tits out.
Get your laser tits out, ladies and gentlemen.
So you came to the gig and you missed Laser Tits and you don't know the name of the lead band.
Well, now I do. D something.
Just do your research.
Distrends. All right. I'll try to remember that. Man, if I'm interviewing them, I gotta fucking remember the name of them, right? Yeah.
He just looks like a...
Do you guys reckon Pluto's a planet?
I reckon Pluto is a band from New Zealand.
Yes.
Who had a song called
White
Dance stamina.
Dance stamina.
Dance
That's right.
stamina. Dance stamina.
I
Dance
love it.
stamina. Dance stamina. And that's pretty much the whole song. But it's a really good song, so listen to Dance Stamina by
But it is a
Pluto.
planet.
Oh, it's a planet as well.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Do you not think
I
it's a
also
planet?
think it's a planet.
I think it's a planet, personally. I mean,
it's
it's a bit of a
also a
controversial issue, man. Some people think Pluto isn't a planet. Some people
The
think it is a
guy
planet.
from Pluto has a really
Well,
big
you know,
nose.
science, you know, NASA, but it's changed. NASA's
And I think
has changed their
big
mind about
noses are
5
really
times.
sexy.
So what do they? What do you people
Depends
think?
what they're hiding.
I think the latest one is they're saying it's not a planet.
Dance stamina.
But why are they
Dance
saying that?
stamina.
What is it if it's not a planet?
It's like a dwarf planet or something similar like that.
Little or large?
It's a moon.
Drop some.
Pluto
Oh
is a
no,
moon and
sir!
a
I'm not
band
going to
from
cut it
New
out,
Zealand.
and you're not going to make me either. Ladies and gentlemen, tall poppy syndrome is on the rise in Melbourne these
This guy's
days.
got a real thing against
What do you reckon
tall poppy
about-
syndrome.
so-
I think he's got some issues.
What do you think is up with this guy? Why do you reckon he wants me to cut out my podcast, man?
Why? Because he's a
Because you've got a
narrow-minded,
big thing
I'll screw
against
with that.
tall poppy
horrible
syndrome.
person with a really bad haircut.
Dance
It was a pretty shit haircut, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
stamina.
Poor guy, he's probably upset about his shitty haircut and he just wants to take it out on
I've got a
everyone
really
else.
bad barber, and I got a really shitty haircut.
Maybe he just hasn't gotten laid for years and he's really upset and
Maybe
bitter.
he's an Adelaide fan.
Could be.
He's fantastic. This is the most intense thing I've experienced all night. Tell me so much more.
That is the music.
Hey yo, I don't even follow AFL, but I represent for the fucking Tigers. Tiger paw, ladies and gentlemen, like the fucking Shaolin. That's how I represented the Reckoning. With a fluffy mic, Tigers of Love, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Tigers of Love from Vietnam.
They seem pretty happy tonight.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I guess you would be if you
inside
had
my
won the grand.
Says that I don't have to go.
The AFL final. That was pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, what were they like?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I can't believe so.
Quite Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
The Killers got paid a
Says
mil
that I can
to perform at the
stay and
AFL
just
final.
away
They got
the
paid a
day.
mil just to come over here and play. Chris Lowe was there from the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh
He came over with them.
yeah. From the Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah, Chris Lowe was there. He was their sound man, and there was this really weird.
He does his own little fucking
Sort of camera shot where Chris Lowe was in the changing room with
Nashville.
the Richmond
Somebody
boys.
gave me a microphone.
I think he's sort of like that. Don't know why he was in there, but he was in the changing room with the Richmond team.
Who's that?
Chris Lowe.
Yes, my favourite fucking musician was in there, looking rather gay.
Lovely.
In a good way.
Well, gay is good. Gay is happy.
fantastic.
Isn't that the original?
Yes.
The original
Extremely
term
happy to be around men.
Should we bring back the original meaning of gay? What do you guys reckon?
Gay is happy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It is. Maybe you want to.
Because language it changes in a really strange
No
way,
comment.
doesn't it?
Why
Pardon?
Language changes in a really strange
No
way over
comment.
time. You know,
What do you mean, no
words
comment?
change, different meanings.
For sure.
I already did.
But yeah, I just thought that was awesome.
Yeah, you're a New Zealander.
Isn't that weird though? It's like of all the bands
Apparently
that
not.
played at the AFL final, you would have expected maybe like the Foo Fighters,
Yeah, something like that for sure.
maybe like
The Footies.
yeah, the Killers.
Yeah, can we sing a Foo Fighters song? Come on, let's go.
The
No, I
Killers
can't. I don't know
like,
any
were
of
a
their
bit
songs.
Let's do it, ladies and
artsy at
gentlemen.
The AFL final.
Do you know a Foo Fighters
You know
song?
what Foo Fighters
I
are?
do.
That's Nickelback, alternative people.
Let's sing one. Come on, you want to sing one with me?
I do know. I know all
I
of
don't know
them.
if I know one.
I don't. I just blind it. I just fucking don't like it at all.
We could sing
Don't
any
like
song
it
as
at
well.
all.
It doesn't need to be Foo Fighters.
We can sing any song.
You can just sing Nickelback.
I feel like this is karaoke, but a really bizarre version.
This is karaoke in the icy tundra of
So
Melbourne.
here's another another story from San Francisco.
Please continue.
I went to a really bizarre karaoke joint called Bow Wow.
Bow wow.
Bow Bow. Bow Wow. Bow Bow.
Wow.
And we sat at the bar, and we were sitting there waiting for a drink, and a cockroach just popped out from beneath the bar and crawled towards us. A cockroach.
Oh, I thought you said cock.
Holy shazbutt.
A cock just popped out.
And we squished him onto the bar.
You squished him.
And then
What would the vegans think?
I was flicking through a folder of songs to sing on karaoke, and I chose what I thought was a Foo Fighters song to sing.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Okay.
At all.
Thank you.
What was it?
Some really bizarre 80s love song with the same title as a Foo Fighters song.
If you want the legend, you have the legend. If you don't want the legend, you don't take the legend.
My nose senses the tingling.
There's peppermint oil on my cigarette, so that might be what you're smelling. Smell that, yeah? Smell? It's peppermint. Yeah?
I can't really smell it.
Yeah, there you go. What are you guys reckoning about? What's been prominent in your minds?
Why is my job not giving me more hours a week? I cannot afford to live off 2 shifts a week.
Motherfuckers.
Please, please, please.
Please listen to this man.
James Packer!
His heart is pouring out.
Please, I'm a valuable member of your staff, James Packer.
Stop marginalising this man.
Me fucking more shifts. How do I pay the rent on 2 shifts a week?
Yeah, Packer.
James Packer, answer me.
JP.
Damn, bro. Damn, Packer.
So, what would you say to James Packer if we were sitting here right now?
I say, James Packer, listen, homie, bro. I don't hate you, just give me more shifts. You're corrupt, but I don't hate you because you're paying my bills. But you're not paying them hard enough. And that's what I'd say.
I love it, I love it. I'm just adjusting the levels because you are hot as a Szechuan saucer.
I found this cigarette on the ground. Can I still smoke it?
Yeah, fucking yeah, take it. What was the name of the band, guys?
Give it to me. Give it to me, baby.
It's not disheveled.
I have more. I have another thing on my nuts. Can I smoke a cigarette?
Yeah, fucking smoke this shit, bro. Is that them down there? I don't know. I need to find the band. I need to get this interview with them, man. Yeah,
Can you smoke the cigarette you found on the ground?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I smell it too. I smell it too, bro.
Where? Can you please take this microphone?
Okay, brother. Thank you.
And can you please pass on to James Packer? I need more hours.
Check us out on YouTube, The Reckoning, man.
Okay. Yeah, is James Packer interviewed?
Hey, man, I'm open to James Packer if he wants to be interviewed.
I'll tell him.
Call me, James Packer. Call
What happened to your fingers?
Fracture. You don't need to poke him, bro.
He punched up James Packer for me. He said, James Packer, you're not giving him enough shit.
That's true. That's true. That happened.
What are we talking about?
So, like, it's called The Reckoning because I just ask people what they reckon about shit. You can talk about anything, bro. And I put it to instrumentals.
You're on.
Yeah, you're down? You're down? Grab that mic for you, bro. There you go. Yes. Motherfuckers, I'm Melbourne. We're live and direct to The Reckoning. How have you been?
Very well. I've been very, very well. I'm doing great. Hit me with some big cues.
Do you have a lighter by any chance?
Yeah, I certainly do.
You just told me if you want to be with him. I'm like, I don't though, so like...
Then don't, man.
Seriously.
So it's bullshit. You reckon it's bullshit? Why do you reckon that?
It has to be the deepest level of
We're getting into some
bullshitting.
It's getting deep. It's a deep level of bullshit.
No, this is interviews.
There's some ladies go. This lady's gonna explain why she reckons it's bullshit. The eyebrows are very high, ladies and gentlemen. Please continue. Yeah, why is it bullshit? Why do you reckon that?
Because
I just really find the quality of this
You should make a podcast of just us.
interview.
You'd fucking.
I agree.
Fucking fans and shit.
Dude, do you know how much shit I could rant about? Give me a subject. Let's go.
Aliens. Do you believe in aliens?
Aliens are fucking bullshit. They existed in the Mayan times, but they're not actually real anymore.
Have you seen the Fermi paradox, cunt?
Dude, Adam sound
Bro.
like
Have
an
you
alien.
even seen the Fermi
Bro,
paradox?
do you even Fermi paradox, bro?
I fucking know all about them Fermi
Have I even
paradoxes.
shoved a what?
And
Do you ever put a turd back up your butthole with chopsticks to shoot it back out again because it was so good?
I mean, yeah, but like occasionally. Don't make it a
Of
big
course.
deal. I mean,
No, of course it's a big deal. Everyone knows.
Don't judge her, bro. If she wants
I'm
the
not,
feng
who's
shui.
fucking judging? I'm asking the questions
I'm living
here.
off the
Taking the
feng
This
shui
is
right
my
now.
podcast, right? Now, listen here.
Big reckoning. Big reckoning.
what do you
This is
reckon?
the
What do you
reckoning.
reckon there?
Like we went to
Please, I only get 2 shifts a week.
we went on
Help
we went
around.
on Craigslist to get this fucking
I got scammed into buying $80 of fucking Steam gift cards.
You got scammed, brother. Hey, so like,
I stopped at that.
how do you reckon this music has changed you?
pretty red hot. Like,
How does music change me?
Yeah, well,
You're
like
on
this
Craigslist,
band tonight, you saw him.
Oh yeah. Good mate. That's
I mean, I feel like I'm in another fucking state now, brother. I fucking loved it, man. I feel like the Hoodoo trance has taken me, bro.
Just get you up and about.
Yeah, well,
It's a bit of a blast of the past, you know.
I had a quick chat with Matt. Is he the lead singer, Matt?
Yeah.
Matt's a good buddy. He said he's down to do an interview as well. So I'm got the eye out.
Yeah, he's over there.
Oh,
There he is.
where is he? Go
get him.
All right, where is he?
He's there.
If you want the legend, you have the legend. If you don't want the legend, you don't take the legend.
Do you want to be involved in the Reckoning podcast, brother?
Yes. What is that?
Oh, you have to move over here. Fuck yeah. All right, grab that mic, bro. That's yours. Fuck yeah. I got a big drum. We're live and direct in the Reckoning with a fucking amazing band that just taken me to a fucking next level, man. Seriously. What's the name of your band, brother?
Thank you. It's Des Trends.
Des Trends, man. So, like, what's the name? What's the meaning behind that name? And do you have a lighter, by any chance?
I do have a lighter.
Thank you.
Let me find it in my pocket somewhere. There's pretty much no meaning behind the name. I just made up a word when I was at work and bored one day. I need a better story than that, but yeah. I haven't made one up yet, so like, the name doesn't mean anything. It's just a fucking random word that came out of my head somewhere.
It's a good sound, man.
Yeah.
No,
thank you very much.
but like sometimes you say a random like sound or a noise or a word, and there's some kind of meaning to it. It's like the subconscious sometimes catches up to the conscious in some way. Like I was rapping on the street the other week, and I rapped the word zeitgoat, and I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. Like
that doesn't need to mean anything.
It was like a combination between like zeitgeist and scapegoat. But then later on, the next week, I interviewed this lady, and she mentioned zygote. It was so random. It's
That
like
is fucking bizarre.
Like,
what is that? Does that mean something? I don't know.
Yeah, man. A zygote is like a sexual reproduction cell.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. Okay. So grab that lighter. Thank you. Oh, thank you. We're representing multiple fractures in 3 painkillers deep of the reckoning. Why do you do music, man? Like, what kind of like where does it take you in your mind? Like, what's going through your mind when you're screaming out that fucking amazing, beautiful music?
I guess like we all grew up kind of playing and all that kind of stuff like when we were younger or whatever. That I don't know. I just like everyone needs a creative outlet. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true.
I feel like you just can't fucking go to work and go home. And
You
just
need to
have,
find
like,
your niche.
I would be very very bored. So yeah, I don't know. Like I love playing gigs. I wouldn't really call myself like a songwriter or anything.
Yeah.
But I love performing, and I always have since I was little. So I don't know. If I wasn't doing something creative or not performing at all, like I just feel like you're not living. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, you're right, man. You're right. You need to find that niche where your feng shui is on point and you have meaning and purpose in your life, whatever it is, man.
Yeah. I think there's like this meaning. I don't know. Like you're like kind of constantly chasing something. You know? What I mean? Which is better than nothing.
So the meaning changes over time. It can.
I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, like, I think it's self-evident, man. When I see you on stage there, you are one happy motherfucker. You are feng shuiing like a soldier from the future, man. You are in your element. And it shows. And I just wish that everyone can find that, you know, whatever that is, man.
Yeah, it's
You
good.
know?
I do get like very anxious beforehand, you know what I mean? Like having like a mini mental breakdown before every gig. But when we're actually on stage and stuff, it's awesome, you know.
But that's all part of the magic, bro, isn't it? You know, you feel that anxiety, those butterflies in the belly, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
I
you
guess
know,
I get dressed up, so I feel like stage me isn't real me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. You have to adopt the stage presence as well. You have your stage character. But I feel that anxiety, that butterflies, is kind of like the archetypal, like, the fucking devil in your life, right? It's what you fear. It's just all of that amalgam combining in some fucking nice butterflies in your belly. But if you overcome that shit, when you fucking slay the dragon, rescue the princess, and get the gold, you get happy as shit, right?
I think it's really weird because I guess like on stage I have like maybe a certain persona. I'm like probably more confident on stage. In real life, I'm actually really shy. You know what I mean?
I'm noticing that now. You're a lot more light-spoken.
Yeah. And people kind of make me think I'm going to be some kind of crazy motherfucker, and I'm just like, no, I'm just like, just like a shy, normal person.
There you go. Well, you have your element then, where you can express that other part of your character. Yeah, lovely. And I think we're all kind of like multifaceted. You know, we have many different levels. So maybe it would help with the psyche of Melbourne to kind of be able to express all those multi-facets of your personality. I think personally, from what I see, from what I observe, people that kind of, they have 9 to 5, they're in the rut, you know, they don't have that outlet, they become very bitter. And they become very, you know, hateful people. You know, and... You know, like, later tonight, we had old mate, we were talking about the tall poppy syndrome, yeah? He saw me with the mics and he was like, look at you, you're doing a mic, you're probably shit, nobody likes you. What are you? You're not feng shui on point. Why do you reckon people do that, man?
I think because people regret shit, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get to like 50 and be like, you know, I could have played in a band or I could have given it a go. It could work or it could not. You know what I mean? But I'm just
it's like the ideals judge in a way. You see, maybe somebody sees you on stage feng shuiing, you know, like a fucking king.
I feel like when I'm old, I'm just like, I could have done the band shit, and I tried. You know what I mean? Like, whether it works or not is irrelevant. But like, you have to give it a crack. You don't want to be like, fuck, you know, I could have done this or I could have done that, or I could have at least given it a go. And it's the same as what you're doing now. You know what I mean? Like,
could I say that maybe this isn't the intention, but it works in the sense from what I see. You are creating an amazing fucking vibe. You see all those people, the Hoodoo Trance was fucking taking them, man. You know, you spread so much love and happiness there. And it was on the positive tip, man. So you are creating that in society. Do you reckon the rest of your band would be keen to drop some gems to the Reckoning?
Absolutely, yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's go and check them out. See if we're feng shui. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you going?
Nathan.
Would you like to drop some gems to the Reckoning podcast, sir?
I'd love to drop some gems in there.
Fuck yeah.
With the what podcast? Epic and Talk.
So it's called the Reckoning because I go around the streets of Melbourne and I ask people what they reckon about shit, man.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. Sign me up. Sign me up right now.
You're the drummer, man, right? You're the drummer.
Yeah.
You took me to another fucking level, man. I gotta tell you, man. I feel like I'm feng shuiing on the next level of jazz consciousness. And I guess a question would be, how do you feel when you're on stage, when you're drumming, when you're feeling the collective vibe of everyone around you, and you're vibing? How does that make you feel, man?
It makes me feel really good. I don't know. It's nice. I just like whenever other people are having a good time. I don't know, and it's enjoyable. I think I definitely want. I just like to see everyone else having a dance, getting a bit pissed, having a good time. Like,
right.
I think we're like definitely a live band more than like a studio band or whatever. And I think it's nice. I just like this to have fun with everybody. It's good.
Man, it comes across. You're in your element out there, man. Yeah, I love it. I was fucking jumping around like a maniac. Did you see me? I was fucking, you know, I was bumping people and shit.
I did. I actually did. I saw you and I was like, who's it? I've not seen this guy before.
This is the kind of music that you jump up and down to. I don't know who these motherfuckers just like fucking swinging around. It's like, no, jump the fuck up and down, bang your cranium really hard.
Shake that booty.
That's how you gotta do it, man, you know, but each their own. So how do you guys, you know, like get the correct feng shui before you get up on stage? You know, do you have some kind of like ritual or?
I don't think we have any feng shui. I think it's like a fucking shit fight most of the time.
I think everyone's like, okay, sober up, quick, fucking everyone. Oh shit, oh no, okay, it's time, oh no.
Or we forget things, or we haven't written a set list, or we don't know what we're doing a lot of the time. I feel like I don't know. It comes together in the end. It's all good.
It all comes together.
It's very like disjointed feng shui. I think it's like it's an any.
Maybe you've gone beyond the feng shui and you're creating a new level of it.
I think the feng shui is putting the glitter on badly and making sure everyone's got it all going on.
That's true. I feel like out of place without the glitter.
Glitter goes on its go time.
Glitter means go, ladies and gentlemen.
War paint. We're going out to battle.
Yeah. But hey, man, do you guys reckon Pluto is a planet? This is the fucking real questions that I want to get.
Do people say that it's not a planet?
This is the real. Some people.
Really?
Well, it's a controversial issue, man. Because people like to project their own identities onto Pluto, you know. But,
I like to think that it is.
Yeah, me too, man.
I don't know. Maybe in a few years we can go and have a look.
I'm not sure. I don't know who said it wasn't.
NASA.
How do we know that any planets exist?
We don't, really.
We don't. No one knows.
Unless we go there.
This is the day. These are the days of our lives. Nobody knows.
Hashtag Pluto is real, and he's in a soap opera.
No, I like to think it's real. I like to believe in Pluto.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Yeah. So, like, dude, like, if you ever went to Pluto, right?
Is Pluto like? Pluto's like.
It's like the one just out in the
Pluto
sand.
the dog in Goofy last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's spooky, man? Dude, NASA took a picture of Pluto, right? And had a picture of Pluto, the Disney character, on Pluto. And I'm like, is NASA taking the piss? What the fuck's going on? It's like Damo at NASA. They'll never realize. Look what I'm doing. They'll never understand. Maybe it's a grand
Is there life on Pluto?
Is there Pluto on?
Do you guys believe in aliens?
On life. I believe in aliens.
Yeah, you reckon?
I think. There's something out there. It's gotta be.
What would you say if you happened to encounter a Plutonian?
What would I say to them, or what would I say to everybody else?
What would you say to them as like the fucking representative of humanity?
I don't know. I feel like I'd be like a really. I feel like I'd be just like very, very quiet and not to like scare anybody away. I don't know. I'm trying to ease my way into like making a nice new friend. I don't know. What would you say to them? I don't know.
I give them a hug, maybe. I don't know.
Come up with a secret handshake.
I don't know what you'd say to them. I'd say to them. I don't know.
There's nothing good.
Welcome to hell. Sure.
All right, so I have another question. We ain't doing no Titanic moments here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you. That's how you spit in the streets of Melbourne.
Cherry bar.
Do you guys reckon these days in Melbourne, more so than the past, from your own personal experiences, you know, as people are more so quick to judge these days, rather than trying to empathize with a complex and nuanced perspective that's maybe a bit out of the box, that doesn't fit into the categories of society?
I think. Well, I think like that. Well, I mean, we probably hang out in like a lot like North Melbourne and stuff, and I think it's pretty progressive, and I think everyone in general is pretty open-minded. I think it depends where you are. I don't know. I suppose like me and Matt grew up in like a really small country town, and like it's really bogan, for lack of a better word. Like, and it's really narrow-minded. But coming to Melbourne, I think for us living in Melbourne, everyone's a lot more open-minded. Everyone's like really open, and like in a way that we didn't experience when we were growing up. So, but in saying that, there's always people that are judgmental. I mean,
I think maybe because we're a bit spoiled for choice here with like music and art and all that kind of stuff. Like, people, sometimes people can become like a bit pretentious, I guess. So it's like when we go and play like a show, I don't know, maybe in a smaller city or like a rural area or whatever, everyone just gets around it and they're just willing to have a good time no matter what, you know what I mean? They're out, they're drinking, they don't care who's playing, they're having a great time. I feel like here maybe sometimes people get a bit more like you can get a bit more picky here, I guess.
I guess it's competitive. But I think in the same thing, like we're in the best place in the world for diversity and it's a good place to live. So.
But like you guys seem pretty tolerant as well. I just noticed like on stage, people were jumping up, they're having a boogie, they were getting down, and you're cool. You just went with it.
Oh, absolutely. We welcome stage invasions. It just makes the show.
I love it. I love it, man.
And it's like if anyone's like wanting to get involved, that's totally fine by us. It just adds to the vibe of it. Like,
I love it, man. I love it. It's not like, who are you on my stage?
I'm like the more recent nudity has been a nice addition.
Yeah, we did a show recently at Northgate, and someone actually got naked and ran around on the stage naked. And I've been waiting for that to happen for a long time. And it made me so happy. Like that just like ticked off the bucket list. I can die now.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, get naked.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just like I was hoping that it would happen one day that we did a show and someone got naked and it happened. So I'm happy I can die.
Do you guys ever get naked on stage?
No.
I think we need to.
Maybe one day.
Wear the old party suit.
I didn't even know about whatever the laws are in Melbourne for that, man.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think. I was going to say I don't think anyone will be opposed to it, but then like looking at our like fucking crap summer bods, I think people may be opposed to it.
yeah. I'm just like, I don't know if anyone wants to see me naked, really. I don't know. Maybe one day, we'll see.
Maybe they like to see the beer bods, man. I don't know, man.
The dad bods, yeah. Fucking well, we've got plenty of those, so we're good.
But like on the laws in Melbourne, we seem to have a bit of a whack-ass law in the sense of like, in our generation, I'm noticing a lot of people these days seem to think of there's like an objectivity to offense. Like we have on our trains no offensive language. Like offensive to who?
It depends. I don't guess that's all subjective, and it depends who you're talking to and what's
subjective
at the end of the day. So like I don't know.
It's a bit of a nanny state, I guess.
A little bit in some ways. In some ways.
I feel like you can't win. I feel like a lot of the time, like people, especially more so now than ever, maybe like people get. I actually don't want to open this can of worms. I was going to say, like, sometimes people get a little bit oversensitive. It's just like, just fucking get on with it, deal with it, fucking whatever. I know, live your life. If people don't agree with what you agree with, or like, okay, fine, you give us a fuck.
Have a bit of tolerance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, what the fuck does it matter if someone has a different belief than you?
Yeah, it's like, get on with it, fucking, who cares?
A lot of people, they have this in their head. They want to go around the streets and fucking, like, act like brown shirts, and just like kick down everyone that doesn't fit into their ideology.
I'm me, you're you, don't preach it, who cares, whatever.
There's a lot of preaching going on. There's not a lot of reckoning, It's like, okay, this is what I'm trying to promote in Melbourne, rather than coming from the standpoint that I am the grand pooper of the universe and I have the absolute truth and everything. How about let's just fucking say, this is my reckoning. This is why I reckon what I reckon. Let's implement the Socratic method. And maybe then we can actually get to know people more so rather than just seeing them as ideas.
Yeah.
What do you guys reckon?
What do we reckon?
Like a radical honesty group, man. Have you heard about that?
I think people should just be themselves.
What do you reckon?
Everyone's going to be different.
I don't know anymore. I'm so confused.
Well, let me put it on you guys then, rather than me yabbering on about all my questions. What's been prominent in your minds lately? What's been reckoning around your craniums?
You got anything?
You have some prominent kind of things that you like to spread to the collective unconscious of Melbourne.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Yeah, put that shit in that box. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Survey in the box.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tick yes.
Nothing's like super coming to mind like right this second. As like, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. What have you been thinking about, man?
But like on
I've been thinking that much. I don't know.
You have been thinking. Yes, you have.
I reckon there's a lot going on in our mind.
I think the vote yes thing is a very important thing for us, actually.
True. But like, I've never met anyone on the streets doing this podcast that's like anti-voting yes. It seems like it's the general yes for everyone. Like have you noticed any people having
there's this open discussion that's really like
it's got to be the majority.
And I don't know.
I think like I was like kind of touching on before, like we're in a probably the most like fucking progressive city in the country. So we get a bit. Our idea of like who's voting what is a bit warped.
Of course.
And you get outside of that and go to I don't know, to more rural towns and stuff, and then you actually realize, oh fuck, like maybe maybe it's not. Maybe the idea is not what we like. The push might not be towards what we think it will be. I don't know. I don't know what the answer will be. I hope it's yes, obviously, but yeah.
Maybe the reason for that is people have their groups, they have their tribes, you know?
Yeah.
And some people like to associate more with the tribe rather than the individual of what they reckon personally.
Yeah.
And when their tribe goes along saying like, oh, vote no or whatever, maybe they don't even think that themselves, but they're just going along with whatever their group's doing, man. There's a lot of groups going on, I've noticed.
Like that, like I got growing up as well, is more like what people's idea of masculinity is, and I think that is like like dads and uncles and older people teach their sons or whatever to be like, oh, you're like being gay is a bad thing or it's weak or something like that.
Like it's unmanly in some way.
But actually when you question people on that, they don't believe that. You know what I mean? They just say it because they think that's what you're supposed to say.
Oh, it's social norm. They want to be down with their group, man.
Yeah. And I think that's about trying to be a man and like how we frame that. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, and I think that needs to change.
I think it is changing a lot.
I think it will change. Yeah, and it just takes a couple of generations to stop teaching their sons that kind of bullshit. That you have to be you have to be tough and like have to fight and you have to
But at the same time, on the other spectrum, though, let me play devil's advocate to that, because it's what we do at the podcast. We play devil's advocate to different ideas to get a more broader perspective. So we're representing with ringing ears, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll try to feng shui on point. So, all right, I get that, and I do agree with that. But the other point is, we don't want to go to the other extreme of saying, like, perhaps that people that are very traditionally masculine, traditionally tough, that's a bad thing somehow.
No, it's not a bad thing at all.
Toxic masculinity, like men are evil. It's like, I think we would have a better feng shui in Melbourne if we realised that people are complex, they're nuanced. You have men that are more less that, and you have men that are more like that. And there's nothing wrong with either of them, in my opinion. What do you guys reckon, man?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong. It's just like, I guess like the problem is like
when they try to push it. On the other people?
You know what I mean? Like, and I did a social work degree a few years ago and worked in domestic violence a little bit, and it's that kind of thing. It's just when people use that to kind of control, you know what I mean, or have power over somebody else.
You're right, man. You're totally right. So, like, that's what I'm noticing. Like, I started this podcast being very anti-group, because I noticed there was a lot of groups in society these days, and they were very quick to judge the devil of their particular group, and put them in the box. Oh, devil, fucking this guy, But I've changed my mind. I think groups can be positive.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm anti the groups that go around and tell all the other fucking groups how to be.
I mean, people need groups. You need to feel like
you need a tribe.
You need a tribe. You need to feel like you're part of a community or a part of something. You know what I mean? That
it's human nature. We need that.
It's human nature to feel like you want to belong.
You know of course.
Like to belong to something. And I guess we all get that through music. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So I was gonna say
absolutely. It's
that's another element of the music. Do you feel that when you're on stage, a sense of community, a sense of family?
And as Nathan was saying before, we came down from the country, and I didn't play for a few years. My bass just sat in the cupboard gathering cobwebs, really. And I only hung out with other people who had moved from our hometown, who had happened to move down here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But since we started playing in the band, we've met so many people. It is fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? So because there's a camaraderie. It's like you're in a band, I'm in a band. Cool, we're on the same page. We're both wanting to achieve the same thing. And everyone should be trying to help each other in trying to achieve that. Sometimes it doesn't go that way, and people get competitive and they put other people down. But I think in generally, in Melbourne, the music scene is very, very supportive. And bands are all supportive of each other, and everyone wants everyone to do well.
Do you think maybe perhaps, just to put it like an archetypal relevance to this. Maybe one of the reasons for that is the fact that you are feng shuiing on point in the sense of like you're pursuing your goals, man. You know, you're pursuing your ideals and you're working hard to achieve them. Some people are doing that, and some people, somewhere along the line, they gave up and they left that bass guitar in that closet and they didn't want to handle their shit, right? So when they see people that are handling their shit, it's like that ideal judges them in some way and they want to bring them down.
Yeah. And that's like, you know, there's a massive, you know, problem with tall poppy syndrome in Australia as well.
Right. You notice this with this podcast.
That's a thing. I think that's it's very, very entrenched in our culture.
Hell yeah. Don't be a wanker. Don't be a wanker, man. Fuck, right?
It's actually very negative and really horrible. But
why do you reckon people, they're going along their path, you know, and they just think, fuck it, you know, I'm leaving that bass guitar in the closet. What do you reckon promotes people to do that rather than, you know, trying to handle their shit and pursue their passions in life?
I think into it too much.
I guess you start questioning why you're actually doing it. You know what I mean? And I think like it's a hard slog and people get tired. You know what I mean?
When they get what, sorry?
I said it's a really hard slog trying to be in a band and people get tired and get over it. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck, I've been trying really hard at this for a certain amount of time.
It's easier to give up, isn't it?
It's got to use by day where you're just like, hang on, I want to do other things in my life and it's totally fine. You know what I mean? I kind of think about, you know, I think at some point we will probably think like that. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, maybe it's time to do something else, you know, and that's totally cool.
Life is struggle, man.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you can accept that and struggle along to achieve something that you want, or you can deny that, man.
And I guess you start thinking like, oh, well, why am I doing this? Why are we playing in a band? What do we want to achieve from that? Is it just because it's our passion and we like doing it and we enjoy it? Are we chasing, you know, are we trying to get really big and make lots of money and, you know, like...
Maybe you're just chasing the feeling, man, of the correct feng shui in your
I think
life.
people have all different reasons why they do it. And I don't even really know why we do it, you know what I mean, when you think about it. But yeah, I think it's just a feeling of being on stage mostly. But
yeah, having fun.
Yeah. So, one more question, guys. See... Let me think of one, actually. I've actually got a fucking list of questions that I have in my pocket that I fucking forgot to even bring out, but let me just... Could you hold that for a sec? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Thanks, guys, as well, for being part of the podcast. I really appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
And I cannot fucking say enough how much this band has fucking put me in a fucking brilliant state of mind, so I really want to encourage them, man.
Thank you.
Do you want to plug any upcoming gigs that you have coming up?
We're just on an East Coast tour recently, so we've pretty much been playing every weekend. So I think we're just going to lock ourselves in the bedroom and work on our album pretty much for the rest of the year. We do have...
There's an album coming.
Oh, beautiful.
There's an album coming. We do have a few shows coming up, but nothing in Melbourne as of yet. So, yeah. We're playing in Perth in a few weeks.
Alright, so one more question. This might be related to music as well. On the topic of, like, depression and like mental illness and stuff in society and the division that we're facing, do you think we're facing a lot of division in society these days between groups? You know, so my question is, what do you think are some of the things that cause this division and this mental angst and like depression and anxiety and mental problems and stuff? And A and B, what do you reckon is some of the things that we can do to help, you know, solve these issues that we're facing?
I think probably one of the worst things, you know, that feeds into a lot of mental health issues is social media.
Yeah.
Because
I think so.
Because, you know, people you can paint yourself whoever you like on social media, and everyone's life looks like it's fucking amazing on social media because, you know, you're just taking pictures where it looks like you're having a good time, but doesn't necessarily mean that they are. So I think a lot of people go on Instagram or Facebook or, you know, things like that, seeing their friends holidaying or out having a great time or with mates or whatever, and assume that their life is better than theirs. You know what I mean? Where that's not necessarily true. Yeah. So I think it's really easy to paint yourself as having a fucking great life on social media, and people feeling like they don't live up to that. You know what I mean?
So they're getting outside of the reality of their own lives.
They don't even know the reality of that person. You know what I mean?
They want to
look like
immerse themselves in the fantasy.
Look like they're having a great time, or that their life's amazing and wonderful and beautiful, and they're traveling the world. But that's not always the case, you know. And I think there's just too much pressure on everyone now to, you know, have the career, you know, have the passion or the creative thing, and you know, I don't know, look good, you know. Just there's so much stuff that you're expected to do, and. This even happens with us with being in a band. I think sometimes people are like, when are you going to get a real job? You know, when are you going to give up this band thing, you know?
Who are you fooling?
Yeah, like maybe like even like, not our parents, but you know, just like older people like, oh, so are you making any money in the band? Like, why are you doing it? When are you going to get a normal 9-to-5 job?
What? Do you reckon you're actually going to make it?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well, I didn't make it, so how the fuck are you going to make
like
it?
You get a bit of that, but then if we stopped doing the band tomorrow, then people will be like, what are you doing? Why aren't you playing in the band? You know what I mean? Isn't that your passion? Isn't that what you're meant to be doing? So it's just like, you can't fucking win. You know?
You can't win. You can't win with people. So maybe the correct kind of jujitsu to that is just like fucking doing what the fuck you want to do regardless.
That's exactly what it is. I think it's just like, you know what makes you happy, do more of it, and don't worry about other people's expectations on you. I think other people's expectations kind of just drive you down.
And, you know, those people that want to put those expectations on you and want to change you, want to judge you, and they want to give you shit for not fitting into the category. Personally, I just like to quote Rage, if I can, say, fuck no, I will not do what you tell me. How do you guys react to tyrannical people in your lives who want to come up to you, want to put you in a box, say, oh, look at you, you dress like a gay boy, what, you got glitter on you? Well, you think you're better than me? How do you react to people like that?
I don't know. I think I used to get really, I used to be like pretty sensitive and get upset really easily, but I think it's just by being exposed to that a bit, like you just get over it.
You get over it after a while.
You just toughen up, and it's just like, you don't mean anything to me, it doesn't matter to me, you know what I mean?
You can't have a sensitive skin, you know, in the fucking world, you know, because people are brutal. They can be brutal.
I mean, there's going to be like 10 people that like your band, but every 10 people that like your band, 3 might hate you. You know what I mean? And I think that's just part of, if you put yourself out there in any way, shape or form, for people to watch you or, you know, look at art that you've done or anything like that, you're going to cop. You're going to cop criticism.
Haters going to hate.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so like to me personally, how I like to react to people, because I interview a lot of people on the streets, and you do meet a lot of these people that act like this, right? I think a really, really great kind of like reaction to it is implementing the Socratic method, you know, for one, you know, like ask them why they reckon what they reckon. Like the guy earlier, oh, nobody wants to talk to you, you're a shit bastard, look at you with your mic, you think you're better than me, you're so vain. I just went up to him, I was like, all right, man, no worries, why do you reckon that? Nothing to say.
Yeah.
So like, that's a great response, because you're not being hostile to them, you're not giving them back the same energy, you know.
And that's what people want, you know.
They want you to fucking buy into it, don't they, you know? And also mockery. I mock tyrants, I take the piss, man. I'm a bit of a larrikin at heart, man. That's kind of like how I am, man. You know, so to me, I think that's a way better approach than to buying into their shit, Melbourne, and doing the same thing back to them. Because if you do that, you know better than them in the first place,
Very true. You're a very wise man.
Thank you, brother. You too, man. You too. Like, if you guys had some final thoughts you'd like to spread to Melbourne and the world, man. Like, say there's an old mate, fucking Jinglang Hu, who lives in Tibet, and he lives in a monastery, right? So it's very oppressive. He can't get much podcast, but his stepbrother from fucking Alaska somehow got to him, and he got him this podcast, man. You know, and now you're in the ears of this little boy. You know, he's 12 years old. He's in a monastery. He doesn't get to smoke like us. He doesn't get to drink like us. He doesn't get to listen to amazing fucking music. What would you like to say to him? Like, how would you like to influence his psyche? If you were to appear in his dream, man, like, what would be the ethos of that dream? Is ethos a word? Mythos, yeah.
I don't know. I think
it's a bit of a loaded question. I'm sorry.
Just do what you want
Get
to do.
Get out of your comfort zone. I don't know. Like, hang out with people that you wouldn't normally hang out with.
Right.
You know, like Like, get to, and it's exactly what you're doing with this podcast. Like, get to meet people.
Go out in the unknown.
Yeah, go out of your unknown, go out of your group, meet people that you wouldn't normally hang out with them, you know.
Expand your consciousness.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I agree, man. That's a fucking archetype, though, bro, by the way. Do you read much Carl Jung at all?
No, I don't. I'm like a hopeless reader.
This is a spooky thing, though. Everyone thinks in these archetypes, and we don't even realize it, man, but it's common. It's all religions and cultures and humanities. You have these common archetypes, man, and the archetype is you go out there into the unknown, into the chaos, to the anomalous in your life, and you face that shit like a soldier.
Yeah.
And you rescue the princess from the dragon, you get the gold, you know.
I think
or
fear
you cannot.
stops a lot of people from doing a lot of things.
It's fear. Well,
It's
like,
fear, yeah.
neurochemically speaking, you know, when we see the anomalous, the unknown that doesn't fit into the categories of our mind, our initial instinct is fear, suspense, apprehension. So, it's in our genetics, bro. But
I think it's just like, don't be scared. Don't be
we need
scared
to get
of
over
different
that.
environments and everything. Don't be scared of people who are different to you. You know, I think like fear drives a lot of hate.
Or perhaps realize that fear, like your butterflies, before you go on stage. Realize it's there and fucking do it anyway, like a soldier, and get over that shit.
And use it,
use it as well. Yeah, it's
like
fuel.
there's lots of negative
It's all
human
fuel.
emotions that you can use to your advantage.
Fuck yeah.
You know?
Fuck yeah, man. But dude, you've been going for a long time, man. We'll interlude this shit. I'll give you a break. I'm fucking tired. I need to roll a smoke. But it's been a fucking pleasure interviewing you guys.
Thank you, me Sam. It's brave, he's shy.
That's okay, brother. But one thing I will say before we end this is I'm generally getting the contacts of all the bands in Melbourne and stuff because I would like them, if they're down, to supply me with some of their own instrumentals so I can put it to the dialogue because I put music to my dialogue and it fits to the dialogue really well. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create a community in Melbourne where we all kind of help each other feng shui on point, you know? So you guys down for that?
You can use any of my shit anytime.
It was a pleasure, man. You're a fucking legend. Legend, man. Alright, we can interlude the reckoning. We will see you in the collective unconscious, Melbourne. Peace. That was a good one, man. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you, guys. Fucking amazing. You're beautiful, beautiful people.
Podcast, radio.
Podcast, yes.
Making a podcast. What are you doing?
He makes out with people. He makes out with people he interviews. Watch out.
Well, she.
Oh, it's on! Go!
She did ask for a kiss, man. Of course I'm gonna kiss
You
her.
asked for a kiss.
I did,
that
actually.
That was on you. Don't judge me, David. I swear to God.
You did imply that you wanted a kiss. So.
He was really desperate. I'm just looking for
He was not desperate. He was not
desperate.
desperate whatsoever, to be honest. No, I'm not
calling me desperate.
No, I'm not calling either of you desperate. I give free hugs.
I'll give you a hug, brother. Give us a hug, brother.
Three-way.
Hug it out. Hug it out. Vote yes, ladies and gentlemen.
That was so warm and fucking fantastic.
How's that fucking fuzzy, ladies and
I can
gentlemen?
finally be famous or what?
Of course you're gonna be famous. You're gonna be fucking ghetto famous. Ghetto famous in the hood of Melbourne.
So you only
Barry
do
Mike's
this to hook up
representing.
with girls or what?
I did have like one lady that jumped in the podcast and say,
I would sex a violin if I could.
I could sex or electric guitar. That is the music.
When you hear these stories, it's a little bit deeper than just the music. There's cats out here really trying to do something and really trying to spark the idea.
Thank you. This
So-
is mine now, by the way.
It's ranch time.
what's the craziest dream that you guys have ever had?
You already asked me this. Why?
Craziest dream? Oh, you don't want to be part of the
Just
podcast?
talk about an audio or something.
What would you like to talk about?
It was the most fucked up dream I've ever had.
Talk about anything, bro.
Okay,
It was
can we talk-
psychotic. No, I'm not going to stop talking.
Madness.
This is fucked.
Madness.
I wanted to get the hell out of this dream. I was at like Cherry
Okay.
Bar or something.
Yeah, what happened?
This random dude come up with his microphone. He wanted to like start asking us questions or something.
Good job.
No, I'm joking.
I had a very similar dream.
Wait, no, you have to get permission from this guy. This is his cigarette.
Can I just have a drag you a
He's living
cigarette,
off
bro?
me.
Could you have a drag one? Of course you can.
Thank you, brother.
Go for it. It's
Yeah,
a
but I
drag.
have to get permission from
He
me.
wants others have a drag of his
I
cigarette.
guess so. I guess so.
Yeah, where's this going? Who's listening? Who's listening to my voice? Who the fuck wants to listen to me?
Okay, fine. If we're gonna
I wanna
find out
listen
what
to you, bro.
actually listens- Okay. I have a serious question. What do we all do for a living? You go.
I
Point it at her.
You
not
live.
yourself.
What's your job? Capitalism is
What's your
running
job?
Australia.
Bro. Wait. Mike here turns what?
My
Close when he
job
plays
is
the song.
to make
Dramatic.
money to
No, but like, what do you actually do for a
Her
living?
job is to take care of this
Study or do you
guy.
work?
I do both.
That's good. I like that. What do you do?
I am a education support man. I do.
Like a sub teacher? Like, is that what
I'm
that
a
means?
Soundz teacher. I teach the
You
children.
don't look like a sub teacher.
Oh, I teach the
Is this
youth.
like a school of rock situation where you like pretend to be a sub teacher?
Well, I play Led Zeppelin every once in a while, bro.
That's what I do.
This guy just podcasts
I do it all.
in alleyways for
He
some
doesn't.
fucking reason.
That's him, man. Not me. He podcasts,
Well, your
guys.
fingers taped. Tell me, please.
Look at this fucking thing. It's got buttons on the screen and everything. That's an insane microphone.
Oh,
As long
taped,
as no one
multiple
asks
fractures,
me, it's all
skateboarding.
good.
So fluffy. Soft.
Contribute to the
It's a fluffy,
capitalism
soft
of
mic.
Australia.
What kind of a mic is that, man?
It's a clitoral mic. It's quite sensitive.
It's a very phallic object in today's society.
Phallics.
Do you know the female equivalent of phallic? You know, like in nature and stuff, you talk about things that are phallic. No, yonic.
Yonic.
Yonic. What the fuck does yonic
I don't know what
It's the female equivalent of phallic. You know, we talk about like phallic things like a banana,
Wait, so like nipples or like...
No, like things that look like vaginas.
Exactly.
Ew, that's
Exactly.
Vaginas
Yeah.
are like
Yonic.
Clitoris-y looking objects.
I
C-L-O.
literally, I was thinking about a fruit that looks like that,
What is
but I do remember what
Okay,
it
a
is.
slice of
Papaya.
There is
Papaya?
Like, I could-
Papaya of life.
Papaya, look, back in the
everyone
ancient
listened to
Egyptian
Slayer,
times.
everyone would be happy.
Hashtag papaya of love, ladies and
Don't you agree?
Look,
All I'm
I
saying
feel
is
like...
that vaginas are gross, so...
You think vaginas are gross, really?
Kidding me? As a woman with a vagina, and I'm hoping you can sort of agree with me here.
I think vaginas
they're
are
not
good.
actually like that
Human
good.
human body's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
What vagina? What did I say?
all
Everyone's
guys
got
like
either
vaginas.
physical or mental vagina.
Doesn't matter. Because I'm fucking
Don't hate the vagina, ladies and gentlemen. The vagina gave birth to you, so pay respect.
Yeah, it's such a fucking
Birds
way.
for all of us, so
Right?
Wait, let's think
So
of
that's the
some
fucking feng shui I like, right? You gotta pay
Feng
respect.
shui. You love talking about feng shui. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm wearing this cap on an angle, because if it's too straight on, it's not feng shui.
Yeah, it's gotta be facing the
You
east.
gotta have. Wait, is it?
I reckon.
I don't actually know which way is north, east, southwest right now.
Do we have a compass?
I would rather fuck a dog.
I don't think anyone can be fucked getting a compass out right now.
May I please have a drag of that cigarette?
what were the options?
Oh,
a dog or a cat?
thank you.
It's actually this guy. I've actually finished off your cigarette, so I'm sorry for that. Oh my god, that's another one, really?
You couldn't fuck
I'm gonna steal my other smoke.
You're a very generous person, man.
I didn't even give it to you.
You couldn't fuck a cat.
Yeah,
You
that-
couldn't fuck a cat.
What a
You couldn't fuck a dog either, but
Should happen. Should happen.
Hey, I've seen plenty of people fuck dogs.
Oh, really?
I could fuck a dog easy.
What?
But not a cat.
Where did that come from?
I mean, yeah, it'd be easy to fuck a dog than a
No,
cat.
a dog would be asking for it.
Like the tiniest
What? I lost the cat was on heat.
What's your favorite
They just want
color?
to rub up against your leg.
Ooh, that's actually a really good question.
Yeah, is that a good question? I got a good question, guys.
Okay, good question.
Alright.
What's your favorite color? It says a lot about
Red.
you.
Red. Fucking red.
Yeah, but like what shade of red?
Fucking dark, dominant red.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling
You're
that.
feeling that shit.
Feeling the red. Okay.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
Fucking some gay shit.
Turquoise.
Dude, it's different. That's my answer. You shitheads.
I love turquoise.
Mermaid
It's turquoise.
Dude, turquoise
It's a
is
good
like
fucking
low-key.
colour.
You represent for the turquoise turtles.
Yeah, I love me
Tortoises
some turtles.
here at the
Turtles, frogs,
reckoning.
and sheep. They're the best.
Fucking mermaid cunt.
It was turquoise as well.
Really, your
Yeah,
favorite color
that's
is
my favorite color, not his.
He stole your favorite color.
That means you're shit too.
You fucking stole my favorite color.
Dude, turquoise is the best.
How does that make you feel?
Fuck you.
You know what? Fuck
Shit.
turquoise.
Makes me feel shit.
Take off the mask.
Because then you just hear
Fuck
all the wind
turquoise.
and it sucks.
True, wind does suck. It also blows at the same time.
sometimes
It-
sounds like.
well,
Why do you have to turn everything to a sexual innuendo? Why are you turning all of this into sex stuff?
Because everything is a sexual and
That's actually true.
That word
Freud's
said.
influence
We're
on
young, we
psychology.
sexualize
Why won't
everything.
this dick go
Smike
back
is
in the hole?
clitoral.
Millennials.
It's too tight. No,
It's
that's
too
not
big to be
fine.
a clitoral. Fucking hell.
That's too fluffy.
I've seen some clitorials in my lifetime.
I've never seen a clitorial that fluffy.
That's because they
It's a
don't
fluffy
exist.
clip.
I would never lick out a clitorial that fluffy.
Really?
I would not like
Hey,
fur
come
in my
on.
mouth.
Who doesn't like a beaver?
I do not like fur in my
Wait,
mouth,
for
thank
someone
you.
who doesn't like
I would
fur,
not
why
leave
do you
that
have
beaver.
so much hair going
That's
on?
Leave it to beaver.
Hey, I may not like it. The chicks dig it. Don't fucking
I mean, I doubt
beavers,
that.
yeah, of course.
True. That is true.
Chicks do dig beavers sometimes.
I got a
What's your favorite color?
You asked me this before, and we had to go around in a circle before it got to me because I have like.
Can I guess it?
Okay, guess it. Go.
Green.
Green. That is so far from
Green's
like
a
not
fucking
my
sick
favorite.
colour. That's why I chose
Dude,
turquoise.
okay, we
I love
can't,
green
you
and
can't
blue.
just say the
Yeah,
basic
I like green
colours.
and
You
blue.
have
Green
to
and
say
blue.
the shade. You have to say what type of green.
fucking primal.
Turquoise, because it's right in
Okay,
between.
but my dress is like a solid
Right in
teal right now,
between.
so-
Right in between the colours.
still might
Love
smoke.
getting the pain.
Come
Right
back
in
to
between.
You
In
literally
between
stole
the colour
2 of my
categories.
smokes.
That's what I do. I'm
So it's a bit of an
You're gonna be
anomalous
dragging
color, bit of an outside color, you know,
Yeah.
bit outside the box.
Wait, how about some music? I'm fucking done with this podcast. Can I
fine.
quit?
Go away then.
Yeah,
Can I
man.
quit the podcast?
Of course you can, brother. There's no pressure.
fucked
Do you
with the sideways
do you have some
parade,
some
whatever.
some final thoughts to
Sideways
drop to the
parade.
collective unconscious of Melbourne?
My final thought is I've already missed a song by Slayer, but I'm not
what
going to
the
miss
fuck?
a song
You made
by
us miss
Blink-182.
I'm sorry. I'm
you
sorry,
made
bro.
you made the Hobbit angry. Jesus Christ.
Hobbit.
Drop the mic.
Hobbit.
You look like a Hobbit.
Run to the Shire, Frodo.
Is your hobby being a Hobbit? Just saying.
No, it's not. Can I tell you something?
What?
I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Not
That's
one.
blasphemy.
Not
How
one
dare
fucking
you.
second of
How
it.
dare you?
Not
Literally,
one
you're not-
second.
Wow, no, that's impossible.
Not even
That's
Harry
physically
fucking
impossible. That's
Pothead.
actually physically impossible.
Not even-
have you not seen
Not
The
even
Hobbit?
Harry Potter.
Not even Harry Potter.
Everyone knows Lord of the Rings.
But have you seen Fight Club?
I fucking love Fight Club.
Okay, you're cool.
Fight Club's
Fight Club.
sick.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, but like,
one of
have
my
you
favorite
actually
movies of all
seen Fight
time.
Club?
I fucking Fight Club.
Right, that's true.
Hang on, you got microphone.
Yeah, bro, we're doing a podcast, man. It's called The Reckoning. Feel free to drop some gems if you like.
Absolutely.
What have you been reckoning about lately, man?
I've been wrecking it, even in my spare time.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Tigers won. So
Tigers? Tiger paw of life, ladies and gentlemen.
There was a football game on today.
That was a big football game.
Yeah. Were you happy with the result?
I didn't watch it, but at the same time, I do have a tiger tattoo on my arm, so I feel a bit, you know, like, go the Tigers.
So you're from Tiger, yellow and black.
See, well, my tiger's green, you know, but like
What's that about?
I have a green tiger on my arm. That's kind of just like my.
Why is it green?
Instant swag.
Well, it's archetypal. Because the green.
That's a good word.
The green is the outsider. The green is the anomalous, the unknown, the chaos of the world.
Well, that's me. I'm also the chaos.
There you go. Chaos bringers, ladies and gentlemen. Harbingers of chaos. That's how we represent on the streets of Melbourne. So what kind of chaos do you bring into the norms of society?
Revolutionary chaos, generally.
So what kind of revolution are you hoping to happen?
I'm here to smash everything.
Smash everything? Even me, brother?
No, you're cool.
Okay, alright.
You've got a furry microphone.
Well, what do you want to smash, though?
There are dicks in power who have
powerful dicks
and money, and I'm bored with them. Like, it's not the way it should be. We're under capitalism, scrapitalism.
Scrapitalism.
I'll do it again.
Hashtag scrapitalism.
Hashtaggery.
So, like, what would be a better option, you reckon, opposed to capitalism?
It's difficult. Like, we might have to go to Eastern Europe and talk to Karl Marx and talk about socialism.
Has that worked out before in countries, though? Is there some kind of success story of...
I don't know. I can't remember.
Because I'm open-minded to it, but at the same time, it's like, I just look at the evidence base, you know, with different countries, what works better in that, you know?
I enjoy your evidence-based approach, like, and
You just look at the government, you look at the people in the country, do they have more freedom? Are they freer? Do they have a better feng shui in their society? And to me, I look at governments, some governments do it better than others. They have a better approach to it, man, but like...
What's the best government in the world?
I am not. I'm not qualified to answer that.
Who owns it?
I totally agree with like the medicinal use.
We were supposed to be the best country in the world, and we fucked it all up.
Just get
Well, I don't think Australia is so bad in comparison to
kind of cool, but
to a lot of places in the world.
We're kind of lazy. We're kind of like low on the totem pole generally internationally, like we're laughed at.
Sure, okay.
For real.
Why do you reckon people laugh at us in Australia?
Because
They're in their pocket right now.
no, I got nothing.
That's okay, brother. That's okay.
No, you keep working it. You're on fire.
I'm gonna steal this hat back, brother. Thank you. Representing Berets of Love, guys.
Hatchery, let's get off that politics shit and do some comedy.
Okay, let's do some comedy, bro.
I had Jim Jeffries for breakfast, so I've got a lot of material kicking around.
Beautiful. So like, I have a joke. One time my
at band camp.
One time. Well, this is a true story, but it's pretty funny.
Do you want to vote?
Sure, bro.
Do you know how to do it?
I can't. I'm fractured. You have to film me.
What's all that gaffer on you?
Multiple fractures, ladies and gentlemen.
On what?
Skateboarding.
Oh, I love your work. I used to skateboard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the vape?
So I'm helping you, mate.
Yeah, push the button. Yeah.
Fucking rowdy one tonight.
Don't go too hard the first time. That's good. We'll call that your opener.
Oh, that's beautiful.
What is it?
Oh,
it's from
spicy.
Fruit Flavor Town.
It does taste a bit fruity, a bit spicy. Spicy fruit.
Blackberry.
Sweet melon. Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that.
Mr. Vape is straight out of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Which is...
Sorry, fucking representing for the for the fucking vaping fucking.
Say it again, Pete. Pennsylvania.
For the vaping vampires out there, ladies and gentlemen.
And we also come from Pennsylvania. They're a very clever brotherhood from the bedroom.
What a bedroom brotherhood, you say?
Yes,
please
because we're talking about bedroom bands that come out of their bedrooms with electronic equipment. The most well-known one of this is Beck.
Yeah, I love Beck. Beck's a good one.
Beck's the bomb.
Yeah.
Beck is kind of like, Beck was the Dylan of our times with a little bit of Prince twist of Lemon from the grave.
This lady thinks I shoved this this microphone up my bunghole. She's licking the mic, ladies and gentlemen. She's getting quite sexual and sensual here at the record, ladies and gentlemen.
Why do you have two microphones?
Because that's how I feng shui.
I still think the furry one is more fun. There's more contemplation, there's more escapability about the fur.
The fur is where it's at.
His fucking dual mic and his fucking beret.
Well, it's actually 3 mics to be technical.
It's not easy to rock a beret, and what's your name?
Basil.
Basil?
Like the herb.
Like the herb.
Okay, so I'm Bear.
Organic
the
basil.
animal. It's not easy to rock a beret.
It's not easy. You reckon I can do it? You reckon I got the journalism aspect? Live in the streets of Melbourne.
Nothing like talking shit on the late night in the laneway.
Let's go. And I put it to music. I put it to music as well.
So, like, lay down the beats for
Put it to some fucking instrumentals, bro. Yeah.
Because I used to be a poet, and then I met this.
So put some poetry if you like, brother.
Oh, for real?
You guys to move down. I'm just gonna spray these mats.
Okay, yeah, sure, brother.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna move down.
That's a wrap.
We'll move down.
Does he mean move up? Because technically we're moving up.
Moving up. Calls are happening, ladies and gentlemen, on the record.
Are you my Uber?
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's any audience out there, I want you to know that the
flow's on point, ladies.
It's on point.
Yeah. How do you align your feng shui on a Melbourne? Hold on the code.
I don't know.
Like balance. Do you feel like you have a lot of balance in your life right now? You feel a bit. You have some purpose.
Show me these inky fingers. What's going on here? It's a bit Egyptian, isn't it?
Oh, it's fucking shit. It's
What is this gypsy magic that you have on your hands?
They're the planet symbols. I got drunk.
Where's Pluto? Where's Pluto?
Pluto!
Oh my god! Pluto is a planet, ladies and gentlemen. It's fucking tattered. It was a planet all along.
It's been confirmed.
It's a planet.
Oi, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady has a Pluto tattoo on her hand. Pluto is a fucking planet. Right there, Pluto, we represent
I got one.
Yeah, okay.
Ready? Sadie's and Brutalman. It's
Oh my god, that is so cool.
Sadie's and Brutalman.
Who are these people?
I don't know.
They're my chant for the whole weekend.
Just saying, I get
Oh,
the
I
planet
just love being
shit.
around.
I have to bail. I have to get in an Uber.
Bailey.
Have a good night.
Shirt one.
Bailey.
Holy fuck. That
You know who that
Too
is?
weird to
That
live,
is
too
me.
rare
He's
to
a friend of
die.
yours.
Is that it?
That's
Is that
mine.
Can you get the disco
Is that
reference?
you?
I'll show you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Legit, that's me.
we're coming to you live and direct to the streets of Melbourne.
Look, I'll show you.
This is the best fun.
I'm gonna have to take my cigarette.
That's my stuff. I'm gonna rock and roll all your names. So you're Basil, you're Basmaster. And who's this?
I got a kiss from that girl. She's quite beautiful, isn't
Nice
she?
work.
Thank you.
You're not married, are you?
No, I'm not married at all.
A few married cunts tonight.
Look, it's me.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has pulled out a photo on his phone. Describe the photo, sir.
I am Hunter S. fucking Thompson.
The t-shirt, sir.
Honestly, I am.
Oh, there you go.
I am literally too weird to live and too rare to fucking die.
We can't stop here. This is backcountry.
I'm actually gonna get that fucking tattoo one day.
Do it, man. Do it. I'm too fast for tattoos. Like, if I put ink on my skin, by tomorrow I'll be with something else. So t-shirts
I don't add any tattoos whatsoever.
I am also a clean skin.
I'm a blank canvas.
I have a
Any
tiger
other
on my
clean
arm.
skins in the house?
Go to the Tigers, Tiger Paw.
Tiger Town. Any other clean skins in the house? You've got ink, right?
What's that, sorry?
Clean skins. If you have no ink, you're a clean skin.
Oh, I'm not a clean skin.
You're like wine.
I'm a dirty, tainted skinned individual, ladies and gentlemen.
Fine. You can have a few
Oh my
stickers
god!
if you want.
They're back! They're back! Ladies and gentlemen, we are back!
Who is back?
The band.
The band? Who's the band? Look, I'm coming. Who's the band? We're gonna find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming here live direct to the streets of the reckoning. Goodbye, goodbye. Hello, sir. How are you going?
Hello.
Dude, we've gotten so much gold since our last interview, man. So on the debate, as if Pluto is a planet or not.
Of course it fucking is.
It is a fucking planet, right?
It's the sickest fucking
I
planet.
think it's a planet.
But get this.
Or there's no planet. Somebody's being tricked.
We're not even
We are
on
in
a
a
planet.
simulation.
On the stage.
We're all going to die on Mars.
You know what? We are in a simulation of a simulation.
There was a Pluto! Pluto's a fucking planet. It's a planet. It's
She
fucking
is
confirmed.
legitimate. She is not lying to you.
Pluto Illuminati confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Pluto is on top of the pyramid.
I love it.
Representing.
I do see you popping on stage, like briefly, to say goodbye to Nathan.
Yeah. I was jumping around like a fucking maniac. The Hoodoo Trance took me, man.
Yeah.
Talk to this girl
I
because
will.
she's worth introducing.
It was a fucking pleasure to have you in my life, sir.
Go back in.
Who wants to hold the mic, sir?
It's worth
interviewing.
Seriously,
Who wants to be the reckoning?
do a good podcast. Just talk to this.
Okay, the reckoning is now in your
Are
hands.
you a superstar? What have you got to say to yourself?
Okay, I was on site
Shout
for
some pretty
5
good
years,
words.
and then before that, I worked in a sex shop, and I've known Max since the beginning of
Oh, really?
Tell stories. You love being a sex shop?
I'd work in a sex shop. Fuck yeah.
Here's one.
No, I just connected to this microphone.
Top shop.
We're live and direct, ladies and gentlemen, on the streets of Melbourne. We're not actually live. I just like to say we're live because it sounds cool.
I have spoken to Dr. Carl on Triple J.
Why are you holding the microphone? And what did he have for you?
So, like, I want to speak to Dr. Carl because I don't think he's actually tackling the real scientific questions. He's a bit too mainstream. What do you reckon?
He knew nothing. I was the expert on penis enlargement, and so I had to call in and chat to him about penis enlargement.
Penis enlarging?
No, I
What
am.
kings and masters?
Seems a bit dangerous.
It is. It's like not. It's
not kosher, I would say.
Look how much fun you're having.
Evil torture device. So
What people don't realize, I think, say you're a man and you have a less than huge porn star cock, right? What you should realize is there are many different cocks, there's many different vaginas in the world, and there's a vagina out there that will fit your cock like a glove, ladies and gentlemen. And you just gotta find that fucking perfect vagina.
I agree.
That's all you gotta do.
It's not size and matters, it's what you do with it.
What if you have a
micro?
Absolutely
That is
true.
my professional opinion.
So, and also another thing that could help.
That's on fire.
You could just Google the average size of a penis and look at that and be like, holy shit, that's tiny. I'm actually alright. You know?
Yeah,
it's so
really,
small. But, you know, like,
on the Blackberry.
No, I'm good. Like, listen to how
You've
scared.
got like something sparkly in your nose.
I am like the most sparkly person you will ever come across in your
Glitter
entire
all
life.
over you.
I am. Like, let's just say I like am an expert in glitter
You're
also.
a blonde, delicious glitter cat, you are.
So, you know, like if you ever want to know the size of a penis, quick way to tell. Alright, so like from the base of the hand there to the top of that finger, that's the length. So like, that is the size of my cock from there to there.
You want to know a sad story? I'm going to tell you a sad story from my
Please,
professional days. So I once had a guy, so we sell penis enlargements, which are like a condom with like an extra 2 inches added in it.
Oh, really? Like on the tip?
Into the tip.
That sounds pretty uncomfortable.
And this dude was so small, it's like the size of a condom. This dude was so small, I sold him a penis enlargement device the first day. Second day he came back in.
The pumper?
No, not a pumper, they are a lie. But the second day, he came back in, he was like, he was like, I am too small to fit your penis enlargement device. So I had to sell him like a changeable cock ring to be able to like literally strap the penis enlargement device. Yeah, no, like I'm not lying, it just slipped off. It was just like, he was like, please help me. I was like, this is what I'm here for. This is like literally my
You're here to
calling in
help.
life.
This is your calling in life.
I'm here to service and assist, and that was what I did. So
Beautiful.
Yeah. It was a poetic moment in my career.
So he was satisfied in the end?
I didn't come back in the next day, so I assume so.
Never saw him again.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So did his penis enlarge?
No, it's like a little addition on top of the condom.
Yeah, so it's like pretty much imagine putting a condom on with like an extra 2 inches.
Well, strap on,
Yeah, that's like a great analogy.
Like
I
a
wish I had
solid
that at the
2
time.
inches at the end of a condom.
Yeah, imagine like a really thick condom.
So if you're making love to a woman, it's like fake dickery.
Pretty much, and you need a
It's a bit fake dickery, man. I agree with that.
Isn't that like what it's all
There's a
about?
lot of fake dickery going on.
I will rip language a new one, like just the last, in my spare time.
It's a clitoral mic, sir, so just
I would do
quite
poetry, but it's a bit too rolling.
It's a very
It's a bit
clitoral
too
mic.
angry. It's too cathartic.
The furry ones are always super sensitive.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, because they have the fur for the protection. So yeah, there you go.
Right. They're always rock and roll. Always, never going out of
I
style.
feel like this is getting quite Richmond based.
Totally.
From Tigerland.
Hey, you know what? Back on the sexual tip.
Back on the sex tip.
I read an article the other week, and the article suggested that if you expose the iris to blue light at the beginning of the orgasm, it actually increases the orgasm. Something to do with like the optical nerves in your eyes.
Hang on, what's getting exposed to what with the blue light gasm?
Blue light to the eyeball before the orgasm, at the beginning of the orgasm.
What, like a blue light
increases the orgasm. Exactly like a blue light disco.
I also feel like women are super well adapted to improvising an orgasm, so I don't know how accurate.
Improvising an orgasm?
They have the shutter thing, they can ride waves.
Freestyle
We
orgasm.
only get to arrive and then disappear. So you guys,
I know.
you can roll that current.
I feel like we can fake it better than a dude can. I feel like that's what comes down to.
Oh, a dude can't fake an orgasm. Has a dude ever faked an orgasm with you?
No, I don't think they can. I'm just too fucking good.
I've never had a dude. You get that shit away.
Sexual talks, ladies and gentlemen, in the streets of Melbourne. It's like, what's the weirdest place that you guys have ever fucked?
Oh, a nature strip outside of a TAFE institute.
Oh, spicy.
Under like
spicy, ladies.
a high vision
The
light.
garden near the ferry terminal in Townsville.
Nice.
No.
How about you, sir?
Merry-go-round.
Holy shit! That's
what
next
was it?
level.
What was it?
Was it moving at the time?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Holy fuck!
Well, was it on top of a car?
What position? What position?
Missionary.
Oh, of course, missionary.
Oh, man, it's getting so juicy.
Hey.
And then there's a goat involved.
Holy shit!
What?
Was it consensual?
I keep missing all these kernels of what? This is like the best one, and I'm not hearing anything. I think that you're basifying.
Basifying the podcast. We're getting fresh here. Fresh basil, organic GMO-free
I don't
basil.
even know his name. What's his name?
Tone.
Tonester. And I'm there.
Tonester.
And who are you, Banana?
My name is Amy.
Amy.
Representing on the streets of Melbourne, Amy.
Representing the Aimster. Aimster Bazois, Tonester, and
I fucked on a roof once.
Cool.
That is a pretty magical experience.
And like nobody knew who.
Corrugated iron.
No, it was like that like tin, the tin roof, that ridge tin thing.
Yeah, did it make those creaky noises?
A little bit. And the funny thing was, nobody knew where the sex noises were coming from.
Ah.
And we're having a good little troll up there, having a bit of a fuck, and people were like, where are they coming from? We hear sex noises. And they never found out.
People thought it was raining, but it was actually just you humping.
I don't think I fuck like the rain, so I mean.
I fuck like the brain. That's
Fuck
gotta be.
like the earth.
I fuck like the brain. That's gonna be.
I fuck like the wombat.
Nice one, cool. Marsupial.
Like a fucking dropper.
Interesting fact.
I fuck
you.
No, seriously, guys. I fuck like a wombat. That's actually the fucking funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I have an intense
Pretty hard to
Australian
follow.
mammal fact.
There's been like this extended time.
Would you like a rap about a wombat?
I always love it.
Bring it.
No, you fucking like a wombat.
Get marsupial on our ass.
Mr. Wombat, song pack, arsonry, artistry, heart speak with a sharp STEEZ under the dark sleeve, partially unaware, southern snare, running scared. The rubble, his trouble, deaf, trouble cleft, settle set, quadrophony when he gets bent. Ceremony celebrate, belly fed, origami, artillery force in an artery cord, sharpened with sword, short apart see. But of course, on that course thought arbitrary. Wombat creeping in the cement thong strap, packed with a grenade pin waiting up a tree, disguised as a drop bear. Guys be like, it's not fair. Pop snare, combat the wrong rare wombat. Combat and rapping long stairs and strong glare.
She touched a drunk drummer. We have it here first. And it had erectile dysfunction. One time doesn't count.
Well, I mean, like, look, if I wasn't in a situation, maybe, but no, not at this moment.
Thank you, man. You're a fucking legend.
Music is different.
A musician. Are you a musician?
Yes.
That's all you need. Do you want
Each
some?
time
I love
I play a note, there's a different note placed on my face.
Oh, I don't know this guy at all. What's your name again?
Basil.
Wait, what? Your name is Basil?
My name is Basil, like the herb.
Like, actually, my name is Tabitha. Like,
not the
Tabitha?
but the
yeah, it's a really weird name.
dark and green, and you can't see far beyond.
It's a fucking beautiful name, Tabitha. Tabitha, I love that name. It's like eloquent.
No one knows. Yes, it actually is. No one knows how to spell it. Guess how to spell it. Give me a try, actually.
T. Abatha. Is that right? That's
Okay,
right.
I'll
That's
give
gotta be
you a
right.
hint. It starts with T-A-B. Guess what the next letter is?
Yeah, like TAB is
I.
3. Tabitha, T-A-B-A.
A.
Wrong.
I.
Wrong.
E.
Wrong.
Q. Fuck, I don't know, man.
It's a fucking Y. Are you serious? T-A-B-Y. Jesus Christ.
Tabitha.
Tabitha. That's queen. You got dish.
You ditched me.
Representing of the reckoning.
That's a hard one with a Y.
Soz. Hey, shit happens, brother. Shit happens.
But it's not T-A-B-A.
Are you having a good night tonight?
Yeah, a bit fucking pissed, you
The
know.
rest of it T-H-A.
Yeah. How fucking awesome was that band though, man? They fucking took me to the next level.
It was next level.
I feel like I'm feng shuiing like the Buddha, personally. Like, man, if I could be in the lotus position right now, You know, can you imagine me just fucking feng shui and levitating on the streets of Melbourne?
It's like, hey, that makes
Yeah. Dude, can you just imagine if you could actually like fly and shit, man? Like,
I wish I could fly.
do you ever have those dreams where you feel like you're gonna fly?
Sometimes.
And like you feel like you've done it before, like, oh, I can levitate and shit. I'm gonna fucking like brag about my levitation.
Lucid dreaming or what?
Yeah, sometimes I do that.
Sometimes it is actually a part of it.
Have you guys ever had a dream that has come true in real life?
Alright, talk about the old deja vu. That shit's fucked up, man.
Deja vu is so fucked though, actually.
Yeah, she is.
I swear this is all
She
a
has a
cover
more
just to
accurate
hook up
point.
with girls. This is what he's doing. This is what he does on a fucking Saturday night.
He's got you in the
I'm
trap.
on to him. I know it.
He's got you in the trap now.
I've had a lot. I've had a lot of deja vu.
But I interview a lot of guys as well.
Yeah, does that mean
Are
you're
you saying that I'm trying to hook up with guys as
you're
well?
actually bi or pansexual? Is that what this is about?
I'm straight personally, but at the same
So
time,
why do you
I fucking love people, man. So I hug them and I'm all about fucking love of the reckoning, man. So like, I don't want to fucking judge. I'm about fucking free love, like fucking Bob Marley, man. Rastafari, Melbourne.
Wait. So you're straight?
Straight.
But you wear a beret.
Of course I wear a
You
beret.
can't wear a beret and be straight.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Let me take this off. Should I do it? There we go. Wear a beret.
Do it Hon Baguette Eiffel Tower.
But the berets are being represented.
What's another French word? Does anyone know any more French words?
Papillon. That means butterfly.
Wait, hang on. Let me say something really sexy. Omelette du fromage.
Oh, that is
Which
quite
just
sexy.
means cheesy omelette.
Spicy, sexy reckonings, ladies and gentlemen. Berets of love. So we're representing on the streets of Melbourne. Now, what's the craziest, funkiest dream that you've ever had?
It was probably like an orgy.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna lie.
what was that like?
I mean, it wasn't real, but it felt pretty good in the dream, so.
Did you ever come in your dreams before?
Oh, hell yeah. Are you kidding? Who doesn't do that?
Spicy.
Seriously. And then you wake up and you're like, oh my god, that was so good. Let's like think about it again. And then you just like go for round two, so.
Totally, I've done that, man. Like,
Why are you so tall? Holy shit.
I am fucking.
You're actually like you're like 7'9".
I'm 6'6", ladies and gentlemen.
Like actually.
Yeah, but you know, speaking about dreams though, you know, like fucking in dreams, man. That's just like next level, isn't
Dude,
it?
it's like actually the shit because it's like you've had sex, but you don't have to deal with like any of the guilt.
No,
Like,
it's
you don't
just
have to deal
totally
with all
on the
that real life
spiritual.
bullshit.
Yeah, fuck the real life
Where
bullshit.
the fuck is the rest of my cigarette?
You need a lighter.
I need a fucking lighter. I don't have a lighter. I steal people's lighters. That's my hobby. On my resume, stealing people's lighters. That's my hobby. Do you have a lighter? Do you have a durry? Because mine's out.
It's not.
I'm gonna provide some wind resistance to the reckoning.
Oh wait, sorry.
We've got a little.
No.
I don't know what's happening. I don't smoke very often.
It's all happening,
This
ladies
is
and
what I'm
gentlemen.
doing right now.
That's what you call a donkey root.
A donkey root.
What is a donkey root?
When you light someone else's durry, if you lick durry.
Oh yeah, nice.
Do you have a spare durry?
Spicy.
I mean, you do, but like.
No, you ditched me. So
You ditched me
like all this.
Oh, come on,
Still ditching me.
please.
Wait, we're recording two conversations at the same time. We're just gonna link you the fuck out.
Yeah, well, it's recording
sorry,
on
this
multiple
conversation is way
channels.
more interesting.
Multiple channels, so we can record multiple
it is
fucking
way more
reckonings, man.
I mean, he's got a fluffy microphone.
He
which
does,
is
but like,
really-
people don't know that.
I actually
Do you want to kiss him too?
No.
He's got a few kisses.
Well, I mean, like, look, if I wasn't in a situation, maybe, but no, not at this moment.
She's in a situation.
I'm in a situation.
You're beautiful, look at you. You're feng shuiing like a soldier.
Yeah, she needs to calm the fuck down.
I need to calm the fuck down. I need to calm the
How's that concept
You
going?
need to chill out and feng shui
well.
like the Buddha in the fucking lotus position.
Look, the Buddha has no significance to me. He's way too calm, and I can't deal with that.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just too calm. It's too much calmness.
Too much calm can be a bit, eggshell oriented in a way. What's up, brother?
I'm being interviewed.
You'd like to drop
Who's-
some
who's
gems to the
introduced
collective
the
unconscious of Melbourne.
Are you the synth player?
No, this is the
I'm completely synthetic, so yes.
Tell me so much more.
As in not monophonic synth, polyphonic synth, as in synthetic on many levels at the same time, which makes me polyphonic. And that is as synthetic as one can possibly get at any point in time, in the moment of now.
I'm so generally retarded, I didn't understand a word you said.
I'm just trying.
But you're smarter than me.
I'm trying to explain what being polyphonic is.
He's synthesizing.
That is what polyphonic is. That is synthesizing
So you're like piano
the
stuff,
ether.
right?
That is synthesizing the ether into a moment.
Yes.
The moment takes more than one finger, which is monophonic synthesis.
Monophonic.
You are way beyond my level right now
So-
of comprehension.
So when you
Next
take
level.
No, it's not next level. It's all about taking
Same level.
what
Same
synthesis is in the most simple sense of the term.
Doesn't sound simple. It's going down. It's going down the reckoning.
So
let's just pay attention to the situation.
I'm ready. We start with
it's breaking down a little bit.
the harpsichord, which was monophonic, which was not monophonic, but just monodynamic, which was only one level of intensity.
Monodynamics, ladies and gentlemen.
So can you give me an example?
So beyond the harp, or beyond the harpsichord, which was one level of synthesis, one level of note, then we moved into the electronic age was the first part of the electronic, shall we say the electronic era of music was one note at a time, monophonic.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm with you.
So we moved beyond Human League, which was monophonic, into polyphonic.
Oh,
and let's be
what happens then?
let's be kind of broad and say polyphonic spree, more than one note at the same time.
We can do that.
Many notes. So when
Great
people
band.
put
Great
five
Chords
notes
is
on a
more than one
keyboard,
note, right?
Exactly. So people could play chords. The Mooga Fuga. Let's talk Moog.
That's a
Moog.
synth, right? Yeah,
That's
Moog.
right.
Yep.
So
The Moog
that is
Fuga.
when electronic music became real or beyond one note. That is polyphonic music with electric music. Enough said. Go from there.
No, that's good.
It's all
I actually
yours.
like that. No, I was like genuinely like learning from you because I don't know shit because I'm in an old man.
I
I'm
didn't get the feng
retarded,
shui
so I
correctly aligned. I'm sorry. Thank you. That beret suits you very much.
I'm totally fluent in French.
Really?
Although I do fromage.
Oh, sounds so sexy. Please speak to me in French some more, please.
Baguette.
To the furry mic. Say
Eiffel
slowly
Tower.
and sensually.
Omelette du fromage. Where do you upload this podcast that you speak of, which I think is still a total farce?
Robert Fripp is an electronic musician from the
You think it's a fast to pick up girls, right?
Yeah, I definitely think it is. I'm right though.
A lot of people think that.
I see right through the bullshit.
Well, you're actually wrong, but that does happen sometimes. But it seems to be like a multifaceted. It's like I do like to hook up with girls, but at the same time,
And how absolutely girls are so soft and they have boobs. Like, what could you ask?
I love women. What can I say? You know, I'm not going to lie about that. But at the same time, that is not the absolute purpose of this podcast, man.
Okay, the purpose of life is to hook up.
1, 2, 3,
Like,
4,
that's
5
like
notes
it.
at the same time.
Well, that's how life is fucking generated. That's all where this fucking came from. No wonder we're so obsessed with it all the time, right? Like, we sexualize everything in our generation,
That's
don't
enough
we?
from me.
I mean, this mic is clitoral, man.
That's the only thing that gives life meaning in the end.
You need to give me more end of it because there's nothing on there. You need to like give me more
at the same time.
It's incredible.
Is an act of God.
Definitely. Seriously.
God damn you, Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, seriously. Go on in.
That's all. Thank you.
You're feng shuiing like a soldier. I wouldn't worry about it.
Smoke that sticky like you've never smoked it before.
I'll smoke it like the dick I've never had.
Like the dick she's never had,
I'm
ladies
like
and gentlemen.
12. I'm kidding.
It makes sense by the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Wow.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
No one else is as young as me right now.
Well, you are quite short.
What's up?
I'm even wearing heels. I'm not even
Having
that
an
short.
excellent night,
Seriously.
jumping
fucking
around
with you,
on the
Jack.
floor,
You should be fucking with me.
Fast on the floor and what the more.
This isn't even my cigarette. I feel bad.
I feel bad. I was about to ask you.
Like, where do you
I have a
upload-
sense that you're a
where do you
musician
upload
as well.
this
Tell me.
podcast?
There's a fucking cherry right there.
He
Shit.
doesn't understand
YouTube.
which makes him fucking good at it.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Do you get like at least 40 views per podcast?
It's not released yet.
You don't understand the boring shit.
Really?
He exists outside of your conventions and mine.
Alright, let's try it, man. I'll try to feng shui like a
There's a whole
what can I say, man?
Finally, a guy that knows what feng shui means.
So I'm trying to create a culture of feng shui in Melbourne.
Like, actually,
Yeah.
feng shui is the shit right now. Stop.
Don't poke her in the face with the mic,
Before I
sir.
start sucking
That's
it,
not
I'm
nice.
kidding. That was a really bad joke.
That's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. The mic is going to be sucked. The clitoral mic is going to be caressed, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say? It's just how we fucking represent them,
Most of that has, like, actually
enough.
enough for you to record many people's drunk ramblings.
For hours. It's beautiful. It's gold. Sorry. What are you talking about? This is fucking gold right here,
I mean,
man.
I guess so. Do you have a diary? Oh, damn it.
Hey, you know what?
This one's almost finished, though. You're not having any more. This is mine.
I have durries, you know, but it's like bourgeois pipe tobacco from America, and you need to roll it because I'm multiple fractures in, so I won't be able to roll it. So that's the problem. But you being an attractive woman, I think you'll be able to bum a smoke pretty easily.
Actually?
I wouldn't fucking kiss you if you weren't attractive. What are you talking about?
Dude, my boyfriend broke up with me like 2 weeks ago.
That fucking sucks, bro.
We went out for like 2 years and he was like, yeah, look, this isn't working anymore. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty true.
That sucks,
But,
man.
like,
That sucks. Well, you know, I broke up with my girlfriend about 6 months ago, and that just fucking happens sometimes, man. You know, like people move
really
on.
Sucks.
It sucks, but at the same time, how many fucking people are in Melbourne? You know, like isn't it like
a lot. I've hooked up
millions?
with like 4 people, not gonna lie.
There you go. That's,
After
you know.
like 2 weeks.
Well, there's so many beautiful people in Melbourne, man. So, like, at the same time, I can see the benefit of just being open-minded, you know, and like,
Keeping your options open.
keeping your options open, but at the same time, just experiencing life. You know, you can go out to a pub, you can express yourself, and you can like find out that everyone around you is like pretty fucking chill.
That's the whole Melbourne aesthetic. Just live life.
Bit of
I
tolerance,
don't agree with the
you know?
whole like tomorrow will never come, because it's like no, tomorrow's gonna fucking happen. But like
Tomorrow's
enjoy
always
today.
gonna happen.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. I 100% agree.
Yeah. What do you reckon is the next stage of human evolution?
Probably realizing that capitalism is cancer and kind of
Cancer? Okay.
living beyond the what's the word? Living beyond just being used for labor.
What do you reckon would be a better kind of alternative to capitalism?
I'd probably say people working on their own terms. I don't know how.
Okay.
There isn't really a solution. I mean, you can either be a communist or hate capitalism. There's not really a balance there.
Well, I think it's probably a nuanced issue, and maybe there's some middle ground that works well. You know, I don't think, you know, there's not a lot of countries in the world that are wholly socialist or wholly capitalist. Like, so maybe.
Okay, so China is communism. Australia, most of the first world countries are capitalism.
Although China is getting a lot more capitalistic these days because there's a lot. Yeah, though, because there's a lot more money in it, so they're just interested in the money.
I mean,
now.
that's true. Just extorting the human like drive for labor.
Are you kidding me?
For profit. That's literally what the meaning of life is. Just extort people for labor.
Yeah,
that's
man.
all it means at this point.
Well,
do you actually have any diaries or like what?
Yes, I do, but you have to roll them. Do you want to roll them? We'll interlude this.
I don't know how to roll them.
I can teach you. It's okay. We'll interlude this podcast. Hold
What
on.
happened to your hand?
Multiple fractures. Skateboarding.
Actually.
Okay, I'm ready. Here we go. Slurp remix 2.0.
Holy shit! This woman has skills, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have a lighter by any chance?
I have a lighter.
So do you guys reckon Pluto is a planet?
What's up? You already asked me this.
Oh,
I
did
said
I?
in my heart, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But on paper, no.
What do you reckon, man? You reckon Pluto's a planet?
What's that?
You reckon Pluto is a planet?
I mean, technically it's not, but I mean, like, I feel like it should be.
Yeah, in your heart it is.
Because technically, like, I was always told it was a planet, and it was always taught to me that it was a planet. Why is it a planet? Oh, because it doesn't create enough mass.
Fucking scientists.
Fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson, man. It's got its own gravitational mass.
Right?
Right? So why can't it be a planet?
Some bourgeois fucking scientist in a lab went there and they're like, oh no, that doesn't look like a planet. you know. And you know, I think Pluto's just fine with that, man, because Pluto's on the fucking next level. He doesn't give a fuck about the cosmos. He's just playing his bass guitar at the outer fucking limits of the galaxy.
And sometimes it goes in and becomes the eighth planet of the galaxy, you know? Sometimes it skips Neptune or Uranus or whatever.
True, yeah.
You know,
So it changed its orbit.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so it does its own thing.
Yeah, it's
Fuck yes, it's creating his own orbit.
Fucking right.
Fuck yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing when you see planets just doing their own thing, man.
It's too fucking right.
So you reckon there's a lot of people in the cosmos, people in the country, people in Melbourne, that kind of like marginalize and shun those motherfuckers who want to do their own thing, the individual, you know?
That's right. Pluto's his own
doesn't fit into
individual.
the categories, man. Do you reckon that's going on a bit?
Absolutely. I mean, Pluto doesn't take any shit from any other planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. It does its own thing. Pluto don't give a fuck, ladies and gentlemen. You know? That's what I heard.
That's how I feel.
He's got a spirit of early Rage Against the Machine, ladies and gentlemen. So, did you see the band tonight?
Yeah, man, that's what Des Trans. As you can see, I converted. I'm now a Des Trans original.
I love it.
Des Trans are the next wave.
So, when you listen to Des Trans, how does it make you feel in your psyche, man?
And it makes me feel at home, you know. They speak to me on a level that's like, yeah, like
home.
I never, you know, it's hard to eloquate how you feel sometimes, but Des Trans speak to me on a level that's like, oh yeah, you know, like the Christmas song where they talk about like how awkward they felt around on a Christmas. I feel that every year, man. And
yeah, same too, brother. When they played that song, I was like, yeah, you're representing for the fucking outcast of society.
Absolutely.
That's how I felt, man.
Why do we have to conform to a certain level? Well, beats me.
Yeah, right. And the thing is, I think Melbourne gets a bit confused in the sense of like, there's only one kind of outcast. There's only one kind of marginalized group or discriminated group against, right? But what I reckon is there's so many different discriminations.
It doesn't matter what you do, man. It doesn't matter if you're gay. It doesn't matter if you just conform to a different sort of living. You know, like my family, we have a very, not strict, but we have a very similar way of being.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be like that, then suddenly you're the outcast.
Exactly.
But I don't feel like that's the case.
I got the same thing, brother. You know, but that's, you know, like if you have a devil's advocate kind of like persona where you like to be between the categories and not fit in and fucking assimilate, like the Borg. You reckon the Borg assimilation is going on a lot in Melbourne these days?
Definitely. Like, I'm from a country town. And, you know, like, my parents want me to be a certain way.
Right.
But, like, bands like Des Trans show you can fucking be expressive and you can do your own thing. You can do your own thing. I'm, like, for example, like, I love video games.
Yep.
And parents don't approve of a video game lifestyle.
They don't approve.
They don't approve.
Shit.
And, like, that's on the base level, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a fucking video game.
Don't hate on video games, Melbourne. Like, video games didn't hurt you.
Absolutely, and video games are opening up to a whole new level of like what art can be, and
Exactly.
so does trans, man. Like, it's just okay to be expressive about how you feel about a certain situation.
It's true. I mean, like, these days I feel that, you know, it's okay to express some kind of people as being outcast and discriminated and marginalized and shunned. But if you yourself are in fact marginalized and shunned for a different reason, for maybe not a sexual reason or maybe not a race issue, maybe you're disabled, maybe you're homeless,
or maybe you just think a different way.
Exactly, you know. I feel these days in society, you know, some people, they feel okay, like socially accepted as representing as the marginalized and the outside groups. But if you're not one of those groups and you happen to say that you are marginalized, it somehow gets taken like you're belittling the other marginalized groups in some way. Do you notice that going on?
I totally notice that going on, you know? You know, I just feel like it's what people should be doing is just accepting everyone of every creed and colour.
Bit of tolerance.
Bit of tolerance.
Bit of
And not
tolerance,
just like, you know, how you are, but like just how you feel.
Yeah. Even if you like seem to be the devil of your particular group, if you associate with a group, Melbourne, I'm not saying all groups are bad, but I'm saying that, you know, if you associate with a group and you see someone as a devil of your group, I would go up to them and have a fucking conversation, ask them what they reckon.
You know, like that's the problem. Is so many people are so willing to just go, they're different from me. Let's exclude them.
I don't have one on me. So I bummed this one. Would you like to be part of the Reckoning podcast?
Oh, if you give me a cigarette.
Fuck yeah.
I'll give you a cigarette if you want to be part of this podcast.
I'll be in this one.
Hold that for a second.
Would you like to drop some gems to the collective unconscious of Melbourne? How would you like to influence the world?
Don't know if I want to influence the world.
Just let the world be as it is.
The thing is, yeah, like the thing is, like people just do what they do.
True,
They'll work
true.
it out.
Yeah,
and,
right.
like everyone's got their own fucking opportunities, their own fucking gives and takes. Everyone's got their own world. Fucking just do what you do.
It's true, like everyone's in their own world a lot. You're right.
And you learn things from different times in life, but you know what? Like, fuck, just do what you want to do, like, dead set. Like,
so, like,
don't take anything for granted. Don't fucking have any guilt. Just fucking...
No guilt.
No. Why? Why have guilt?
Do you think guilt could be useful in the way, like, maybe if you have a lot of self-reflection in your life and you realize that, you know, maybe I'm not the person that I want to be. Maybe I want to change. Maybe I feel a bit of guilt
Why bother
about,
with that?
well,
Then why bother with
evolution for one. You know, you change and adapt and you evolve into a better feng shui, you know? I think we're all trying to do that in some way. We're trying to reach that point in life where we have meaning and
If
purpose.
you have enough time to reflect on all that shit, fair enough. You've got too much time in your hands.
I have too much
But
time.
you know what? If you don't want to give a fuck... and
So it's not important, you think, to be self-aware and have some self-reflection
It
in life?
might be for some people, but for some people it might not be.
So you think some people would be better off if they don't have a self-awareness and they just go through life, you know, living a dream?
I'm not saying that. Like, people can... Look, if they have a... If they want to do something, fucking go for it.
Okay.
You know, like, just go for your dream. Like, don't fucking procrastinate about rubbish.
No, I agree with that,
And
man. There's a lot of procrastination going on,
Don't,
bro.
like, fucking stress yourself out about shit that doesn't matter.
True.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, if I was a butterfly, I'd live for one day.
Right, it's true. Papillon in French.
And you know what? If a bomb dropped tomorrow, I could be dead.
True.
So you know what?
You could be.
Live life.
How would you
do what the fuck you want to do?
How would you react if Australia did get bombed, you know, and like you did survive, but there was just chaos in the streets? How do you reckon you would jiu-jitsu that situation?
I just let it roll. I mean, like, people got to go with their instincts.
You got to point the mic towards.
People have got to go with their instincts.
Okay.
Like, seriously, stop getting so fucking hung up on shit you hear and
Eggshell-oriented Melbourne, what do you reckon?
just do your own thing. Like, live for yourself, not for anybody else.
Do you think Melbourne these days, people are getting a lot more sensitive and maybe eggshell-oriented? Like they take offense to very trivial stuff?
Dude, that's like everywhere.
How are you guys, man? Like, what are you, what's going on in your minds? What are you reckoning about?
What's going on?
Yeah, like, how are you feng shuiing this evening? Like, where
Okay then.
where are you
Okay
at?
then.
Where
Thanks very much
where are you
for
at
your
mentally?
Participation.
Oh, pretty fucked up.
I'm mentally
Right.
stable. He was like, oh, yo, we're at this bar and then we're coming over there.
Hey, look, man, that man's wearing odd socks, man.
Oh, well.
Do you ever wear odd socks?
All the time.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Like, why do you even notice that shit?
Because
Who's just wearing fucking socks?
I'm observant.
You're a perfectionist.
Yeah, perhaps. Why do you reckon I'm a perfectionist?
I'm gonna ask yourself that question. I don't know.
You don't know why you reckon?
I said ask yourself that question. I've got no idea.
Ask myself why you reckon that I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on in your mind, so I can't really say.
Why do you think you're a perfectionist?
Well, I don't even know if I'm a perfectionist. Maybe I am. I mean, I do like to put peppermint oil on the top of my cigarette, you know, just because it tastes cool and fresh.
Really?
Yeah.
So gay.
Is it pretty gay? I love it. Gay is a pretty broad kind of word now. I guess it's evolved to become something else. Yeah.
This guy is like totally like fucking animalizing everything.
It's kind of part of the podcast. I like to implement the Socratic method and ask people why they reckon what they reckon.
Oh, baggy.
No, why do you reckon it's baggy? Why do you reckon it's baggy?
Baggy?
No,
Sorry.
it's a button.
I'm trying to follow along, man, but I missed the playground.
It's an inside joke.
You would.
I would, wouldn't I?
You're
Yeah.
so fucking naive.
Yeah. So, how's your feng shui line this evening?
Wait, how's your feng shui?
How is your feng shui line this evening, sir? Do you feel like you have a bit of balance in your life?
Always.
How do you reckon you achieve that balance? Stroke the furry mic, sir. How do you reckon you achieve that correct feng shui in your life?
Drowning out the negativity.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, sir?
Or just not caring.
Not caring. Okay. But don't you think
No.
a good?
No.
Oh, you don't think?
No.
You don't think? Okay.
That's the best way, isn't it?
How do you speak without thinking?
Microphone. How did you get a microphone?
I gave her a microphone, but it seems like she doesn't want to use it. Yeah, that's recording right now.
Oh, is it? It was recording your vagina.
It was
What did your vagina have to say?
vagina recordings, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that actually?
Is it? You can
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
the vagina
in the red corner, weighing in at 35 pounds.
Clitoral mic, ladies and gentlemen.
The lady from the west, the undisputed champion of the world, Amanda Staggers Egan.
Representing on the streets of Melbourne.
Don't take over his microphone.
No, please do.
I have a
man.
microphone, and you don't.
Do you reckon
So you will listen to every goddamn word I have to say.
Do you reckon aliens exist?
Yeah. What? You've just gone off. Am I talking into this?
Yeah, man, the mic's on, mic's on.
3, 2, 2, 2. Testing.
5.
Testing.
5, 3. It's been tapped. A lot of stuff that happens to my mic. It gets tapped, it gets grabbed, it gets stroked. You know, but...
I think I touched it on my lips.
That's okay, brother. That's okay, man. You know, that happens.
You might get herpes.
I think I got herpes. Can't catch it twice.
So, do you believe in aliens, man?
I bet you ask all the girls that.
Are you a girl?
Depends.
I don't want to judge, man. Maybe I identify as a girl, man. I don't know.
That's what I do.
I don't ask all the ladies that. I do ask all the men that.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Only the men. No. Sorry, what was that?
You're podcasting.
Yeah, podcasting. It's called The Reckoning. I go on the streets of Melbourne and ask people what they reckon about shit.
Oh.
For instance...
So it's not just a clever name.
So it's what, sorry?
So it's not just a clever name.
A clever night?
Name. The reckoning. What do you
Some people reckon it's clever, some people reckon it's a bit of bullshit and I'm just some fucking bastard. Yeah, you like that, right? I'm a bit of a bastard, right?
No, I just said you're weirdo.
Oh, you unplugged the mic.
Two.
So the mic has been unplugged, ladies and gentlemen. But it's plugged back in.
Wayne goes acoustic.
We're having levels here. Shit is getting real at the reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. So do you reckon aliens exist, man?
You have a thing with
What do you
aliens, don't
reckon?
Well, I reckon they do.
I don't want this microphone.
You don't want to hold it?
Stop the mic.
Yeah.
Are you going to pass the
I'm not
mic?
going to drop it because he only has
You're going to pass the mic to the left-hand side?
Yeah, why not? Let's ask somebody else. You guys go.
This lady wants
Go on, yeah, you're on.
Yeah.
What's this for?
We're on the podcast.
I'd start again, go.
We're live and direct on the Reckoning podcast in the streets of Melbourne. Drop some gems to the collective unconscious of Melbourne, sir.
What is this shit, like punk rock or metal or what? What do you want me to be?
We just talk about anything, bro.
Podcast, what? Hang on.
We talk about anything, bro. Just whatever you reckon.
Oh, who's this lovely lady?
I put it to lo-fi hip hop instrumental.
Nah, but anyway, hey.
Yeah.
I'm probably the last bloke you need on your podcast, let's be honest. Hey, Walker, I'm holding some big mic with a fluffy thing on the end of it.
Hey, would you like to stroke the fairy mic, sir?
Say that again.
Do you believe in aliens, man?
Do I believe in aliens?
Yeah, do you believe in aliens?
Right now, I am a fucking alien.
Fuck yeah, representing for the aliens of Melbourne, man. So what planet are you from?
What's fucking going on with it? What the fuck is that thing you're putting in your mouth?
I was vaporizer.
Are you vaping?
Vaping?
You don't know fuck all about aliens, okay? You're vaping like a puff. Fucking take this shit back. I don't want to hear talk about it.
I'm vaping. I'm a puff. I'm a gay puffin' vapor. What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? On the streets of Melbourne. Representing multiple fractures in, 3 painkillers deep in the streets of Melbourne. I think we're going to interlude the reckoning. We'll be back to you momentarily, Melbourne.
Love is the most laborious word in the English dictionary.
Love? Do you want to hold the mic, sir?
No.
Do you want to hold the mics for me, please? Thank you.
I'd love to fuck you. I'd love to rip you off. I'd love to fucking steal your dog. I'd love to steal your wife. I'd love to steal your car. I'd love to take your life.
True.
But there's more offensive words.
Check the levels.
That's all I've got to say.
Are we good? I think we're still good.
Fucking back off, bitch.
I've been on it quite a bit. But what are you talking about now?
I don't know. What the fuck is up, Mel? We're live and direct on the Reckoning.
Good.
Hey, it's the Reckoning podcast here. We've run into Nick and Pat in the alleyway here just outside Cherry Bar, and we're just wondering what's Reckoning. And we're just going to go over to Pat here. This is Nick.
What do you reckon about life, bro?
Oh yeah, I'd say it's Pat speaking, but I'd say life's going pretty damn good.
So where are you from, Pat?
I'm from Sydney. Where are you from, Nick?
I'm also from Sydney. So what made you move to Melbourne from Sydney?
I mean, I just figured, you know...
Far better city.
It is a fucking far better city. I mean...
I like Sydney, don't get me wrong.
No, you don't. No one likes
Sydney. I do. I worked in Sydney for quite a while.
This one.
In Newtown, but...
The only place left in Sydney that still has a little bit of love in it.
The only good thing about it was Red Eye Records. Back in the day. Sorry, I'm a bit older.
So it's just Nick here on the Reckoning podcast, and I also moved from Sydney about 7 months ago, and
Sydney's not getting a lot of love tonight.
No, it just hasn't, because you know what? The culture's dead there, man, and like, I've come to Melbourne and I've just realised I've become myself, and the culture, the music, the pubs, the clubs, it's just an awesome place to be. And like, where else would you want to be right now? We're in Cherry Bar, it's a Saturday night, and we're just having a great time. And I mean, that's all I can say. If you're listening from anywhere else in the world, anywhere else in Australia, just come to Melbourne, man. If you want to experience culture, art, people, love. If you want to experience love, come to Melbourne.
Hey, it could be anyone. Man, it could be old mate fucking... No, I've got a mic here, it's cool. Man, it could be old mate in Alaska in a fucking igloo, somehow got this podcast. And you know, he doesn't get many podcasts. This is the first podcast that he's ever listened to. If you were to speak to old mate, what would you say to him? Like, if you were to influence him to have some kind of dream about you appear in his dream, what would be like the overall thesis of that dream?
I need to go to the toilet. Sorry.
It's a pretty intriguing dream, man.
I actually need the dunnies. Go pee and get a drink.
Do it! Do it, bro.
That's what life's about, man. Just drinking, peeing, powerful metal stuff, man.
Powerful Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen, representing. Would you like to join this group as well?
We definitely go in by all means, yeah.
You can be my co-host.
Oh, sure.
Would you guys like to drop some more gems on the Reckoning podcast?
Can I have your lighter?
Yeah, I have a lighter in my pocket.
Basil.
Do you steal my lighter?
Yeah.
Can't do that.
It's in my right pocket. No? Okay.
Oh,
there you go.
This gentleman's got one.
I had two, but it seems like Basil, the good man himself, has actually stolen my other lighter.
The herb has stolen the lighter, ladies and gentlemen, but it's for a good purpose.
The real question is Basil your real name?
No.
No? I fucking love it though.
It's a pseudonym.
Basil Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all anonymous
False
here
Towers
at
is
the
Basil.
Reckoning. We're all anonymous. So feel free to speak from your heart, man, because it's never going to come back to you because you're completely anonymous.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
How did you get roped into this?
I mean, look, I was sitting with my best friend, just sitting on the corner over there, and I got approached by the good man himself, Basil, yeah.
I approached from the darkness.
We're lurking.
Are you enjoying your new appointment?
You saw me
my
working.
appointment? Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, we came out with some pretty boring people from Sydney. I mean, the fellow Nick over there was...
So you're down here
From Sydney?
No, I live there.
From Sydney?
Originally, yeah, I'm from Sydney. The other guy and I moved down here last year.
Sydney?
It's great.
Sydney, mate.
Sydney is one of the shittest places on the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's not getting a lot of love.
It is.
I haven't been there yet.
No, it's not a great place.
Look, if you want to go to
do you reckon
Sydney,
about
you can enjoy day drinking, and that is about it. We all turned 18 when lockout laws came in.
And Frankie's Pizza.
Yeah, I turned 18
Frankie.
when lockout laws. So
Frankie's Pizza.
Lots of love for Frankie here, ladies and gentlemen.
I miss out on my what should be your youth of like getting, you know, having some, I guess, making bad mistakes and getting stupid and all that kind of thing. So I figured, you know what, why not? What's 2 years in Melbourne in my life? It's a great memory, and that's all it's going to be. And what it's done is basically changed me to fucking hate the place I grew up in and never want to leave.
True.
Unfortunately, I have to leave and go back to some shithole that, you know, you can't be yourself and you have to follow all these guidelines, follow this one line on the road, and I mean, it sucks.
Right, there's a lot of these groups these days that just say, all right, to be down with our group, to be friends with us, you got to think like this and act like this and believe like this. You know, there's a lot of that going on. And the arbiters, the bringers of chaos into the groups, the motherfuckers that play devil's advocate, that don't fit into the categories, generally they get a bit of shunning, a bit of marginalisation. What do you reckon? Have you noticed that going on?
They definitely do. I mean, in Sydney, we're all like good friends and everything like that, but you can see the people that are a little bit different. Those little bit different people, they're all currently in Melbourne right now. Everyone that's the same is still doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Hellfire still going in Sydney?
Hellfire?
Melbourne.
I'm not sure.
It's a golf club.
I guess not, man.
Many years ago.
Yeah, no, I guess not.
Sounds like a great club, man. Hellfire!
Where's Hellfire?
Golf club, whips.
Where?
Leather.
see
Near
leather?
Newtown. Near the old theatre. Keno.
Okay.
Yeah, originally was there. So, yeah. I'm 42.
That's fine.
You know that's the answer to the universe, right?
42.
Yeah,
42, yeah.
But what's the question? We got to figure out the question.
I have no idea.
What is the question? What do you reckon?
The question?
Yeah, what is the question?
In Sydney.
Yeah, what is the meaning of life? What do you reckon?
21 on the street, just have a chat kind of thing. Like, that
So
does not happen.
we have found out what the question is from this man. It's the meaning of life is the question, and the answer is 42. Would you like to be included in the podcast, brother?
No, but I'll get you to bring your stubby up, please.
Stubby up? Bring it up.
Yeah, if you're not drinking it or whatever, just move the glass up this way.
Okay, yeah, sure. Could you hold this for a second, bro? I'll move my glass.
Thank you. Yeah, cool.
Sorry,
man.
No worries, brother.
Sorry.
Please don't spit on my seat.
The reason I do apologise. It's just the cigarette.
One way, seat.
The cigarette went down the wrong way. I do apologise.
Can I love you and leave you and go back for a piss?
You sure can.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back and piss as well.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Have a piss,
Are you
brother.
gonna head back inside at any point?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, probably. But I'll see you around, man. If you see me interviewing, feel free to be enjoyed, man.
Yeah, I'll see what topic is. I might go in.
All right, bro. We're gonna interlude the reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back to you momentarily. We'll see you in the collective unconscious.
Thank you very much, man.
Peace.
Fuck down.
Calm the fuck down.
Fuck down. I need to calm.
All right. Could you hold the mic for me?
Yes.
There you go. Thank you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the reckoning, and we're talking about what is the most offensive particular word that you could use.
Can I use a phrase?
Yeah, or like what phrases?
No,
like
the most offensive word you could say to someone.
Up your ziggy with a wah-wah brush.
One word.
One or 2 words, don't matter.
Rejection. I don't know, but like I don't understand offense.
Love is the most ableist word in the English dictionary.
Love.
I love you.
Do you want to hold the mics up?
No.
Do you want to hold the mics for me, please? Thank
I
you.
love to fuck you. I love to rip you off. I love to fucking steal your dog. I love to steal your wife. I love to steal your car. I love to take your life.
True.
But there's more offensive words.
Love
Like
can be offensive.
Like that N word.
Yes.
Not. No.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of words that we can't say, apparently. Culture says no, that's offensive.
Fuck, bullshit, politically correct crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of politically correct crap going on in Melbourne these days.
People aren't upfront and honest anymore.
It's true, it's true.
Too many things covering.
Eggshell oriented, would you say?
Yeah, very much so. Like, one of the most offensive things you could say to a female is you tunnel-gutted mole.
Tunnel-gutted? That's a new phrase I've never heard before. Old school, ladies and gentlemen, at the reckoning. Excuse me, guys. Would you like to be included in the Reckoning podcast? Yeah? Could you hold that mic for me? Brilliant. All right.
Hello.
We're live and direct to the Reckoning, motherfuckers. So, how are you guys, man? Like, what are you what's going on in your minds? What are you reckoning about?
What's going on?
Yeah, like how are you feng shuiing this evening? Like where
okay then.
where are you
Okay
at?
then.
Where
Thanks very much
where are you
for
at
your
mentally?
Participation.
Oh, pretty fucked up.
I'm mentally
Right.
stable. I'm good. I'm really happy.
Stable, I like
Yeah.
Okay then.
I'm 100% mentally stable right now.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
Pass the mic to the. There you go.
What a fucking wank fest. My husband is a dickhead.
Point the mic towards you. There you go.
Hello.
Yeah. So your husband's a dickhead, right?
It's a fucking wank fest.
What did he do that was so wank festery?
He was like, oh, yo, we're at this bar and then we're coming over there.
Motherfucker.
But we're not really. We're just-
How dare he?
Yeah.
How dare
Fuck
he
him.
ask you where you're at?
I've got fucking shit face all over me.
Shitfest, ladies and gentlemen.
Shitfest 2017.
Represent.
All over me. And he's like, oh, I don't know where we're going, babe.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, cheers to that.
Oh fuck! Don't smash my mic, please. That's
Take it back off me.
Okay.
I'm a
there you go.
legend.
We're
If you
gonna.
want the legend, you have the legend.
The-
If you don't want the legend, you don't take the legend.
The legend is abusing my mic, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say? I hope it's okay. Let me check the levels.
That's all I've got to say.
Are we good? Are we good? I think we're still good.
Fucking back off, bitch.
I think the mic. Sorry if I've offended. Would you like to interlude the reckoning? I can go on interludes. I can go on interlude. No, but I'm asking you what you reckon. Do you want me to move on? It seems like I've offended you. No worries at all. We'll interlude the reckoning. I'm sorry to have caused offense. We'll see you in the collective unconscious, Melbourne.
Very much somewhere else.
Fuck down.
Calm the fuck down. Fuck down. I need to calm. You know, each note of the music is different. Therefore.
Oh, a musician. Are you a musician?
Yes.
Tell me so much more.
Each time I play a note, there's a different dot placed on my face.
This is fantastic. What sort of music?
More, how do I describe it? Kind of dark, as if you're in the deep lake, not the ocean, but the lake that is dark and green and you can't see far beyond you, but it is peaceful and it is beautiful. And there are things flying inside like fireflies, but they are oceanic or from the lake, like fireflies underneath the water, and they give you light. Otherwise, it is dark lake.
This is the most intense thing I've experienced all night.
Yes. That is the music.
You actually create music or you just fucking joshing me?
No, I create music.
Tell me. Besides fireflies, is there real instruments involved?
There are real instruments involved.
What's your band? Are you in a band?
No, I don't like
Solo?
other people. Yes.
You don't like other people?
I like other. I do like other people, but they don't understand what I want to make musically.
Explain it.
So
maybe we could collaborate.
Maybe we could. I need a drummer. So.
You need a drummer?
I need a drummer. Yes.
I'm not a drummer.
Yeah,
what do you do in the band?
I can do acoustic or electric guitar.
Tell me so much more.
Or I could do violin, or I could do piano.
I would sex a violin if I could.
I could sex a violin if I could, but my violin doesn't allow it. It's celibate at the moment.
Virgin.
So, well, it's not so much, but just at the moment it's celibate.
Do you have any music I could listen to of your own?
No, because I don't like to share it right now.
You don't like? Okay, right now? That's understandable.
Not right now. But in the near future, I will.
Do you have a name this music might come out under?
Maybe.
Fireflies Underwater. Like, I want to hear what that sounds like, to be honest.
The Fireflies of Lilith.
Is that what we're going to call it?
Yes, maybe.
I'm ready.
I don't know, I just made that up, but that's what my heart tells me it is.
I'm ready.
Thank you.
I'm ready.
Thank you.
Bring it out.
I'm not going to
release it. Release it. Now. I'm ready.
It is a secret.
Where's the EP launch?
Have you ever? No, seriously.
Yes.
It is buried underground. One day you will hear it. I promise you. Lilith and the Firefly.
I know a good drummer if you want one.
I would like.
He's in my band, but you can have him for a bit.
Just for like a day. Maybe.
Make a love to him. This is my bassist, Kate Griffiths. Hey, Kate. Oh god. Fucking drunk.
He got way too drunk and had to go home.
As every drummer would.
That sounds familiar. All right.
Why does that sound familiar?
I'm going to say that on this microphone.
She touched a drunk drummer. We have it here first.
And he had erectile dysfunction.
One time doesn't count. Who did you come here with tonight?
I came here with
Boy?
Yes, and
what's his name?
Alex.
What's he like?
He is
sexy as
yes. And he wears a hat, and he's very.
I love a good hat.
I love a good hat, and he's musical.
Musical?
He plays the synth, and he records, and it's great.
Not a real instrument, but kicking.
But still, it sounds good. And he has a guitarist with him, which is why we're here together. And I'm going to put some vocals behind that.
Are you working with them?
I will in the very near future. They are old friends. I'm new to this program.
How old are you? You look.
I'm 20. Oh, okay, tell me first.
You said 20. So now.
No.
Alright, you said 20. You gotta be a young 20 for sure. You gotta be younger than me. So 20. You gotta be 21.
24 in 2 weeks.
Oh, sucks shit. You're as old as me.
Hey, you know, it's really weird. We're in a band together now, but back when he was in grade 6, and I was in like a really small
prep. Me, grade 6 in prep.
Like, you know how grade 6 and preps have to like do the walk down the street activities and stuff like that. I was actually his partner in that, and he used to have to hold my hand.
I was a grade 6 in prep.
It's so.
And then we became.
Then it was like, hey, want to come be a metal person? And I was like, okay, Jamie.
Yeah, we're into heavy metal. Here's an interesting question. What's your thought about heavy metal? Say it's shit if you want to.
No, it's not shit. Sometimes it's good.
Give me an example of good.
You know, I don't know how to classify heavy metal. The only like metal genre I like. Do you know Typo Negative?
No.
Okay, well then I guess it's not metal then.
No.
Well, you know, it's like kind of romantic goth, but also metal because it's fucked and it's heavy. Well, you know, you should find out. You should come to New Order Halloween. Typo Negative. Research that.
I do want to.
And maybe look up the song Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath by Typo Negative.
They call their song Black Sabbath. Boy,
Because
we're
it-
recording 2 conversations at the same time. It's not weekly you the fuck out. Yeah, well, it's recording.
I'm sorry, this conversation is way more interesting.
Ours is actually.
Yeah, it is way more interesting. As if you're in the deep lake, not the ocean, but the lake, but they are oceanic or from the lake, like fireflies underneath the water. Beautiful.
This is fantastic. This is the most intense thing I've experienced all night. Tell me so much more.
Each time I play a note, there's a different dot placed on my face.
If you want the legend, you have the legend. If you don't want the legend, you don't take